D. I'm joined with Thrash Heavy here. We are live. Yo, what's up,
Yo,
Thrash Heavy?
what's going on, guys? What's going on, everyone?
Christopher De
Glad to have you
Leon.
here. Yeah, that's me, Chris DeLeon, also known as Thrash Heavy.
If y'all don't know who this man is, you're fucking dumb. I'll tell you who he is. Not only is he a top 8 competitor in Killer Instinct with Eagle, but started off with TJ Combo, of course. He also does the vocals for Shadow Jago's stages in this game, and has accomplished a feat which I am envious of, even though I have no vocals whatsoever. Got to work with Mick Gordon again on Doom Eternal, on some of the choir parts of the game.
Yep, and that's I had a very good fortunate opportunity to actually be a part of Mick Gordon's legacy. Really,
Yeah.
really quick. I just want to add something. I started playing this game, back when I was younger. When I was a kid, I was like in fifth grade when the first game first came out, like in '94. And It's one of those games that I've just always been very, very impressed by. Like, it's probably one of my favorite fighting games, like,
Mm.
ever. And growing up in the fighting game community, I was constantly playing like Street Fighter 4, MK9, Injustice, stuff after that. But it wasn't until 2013 when they announced that they were going to be releasing Killer Instinct as a launch title for Xbox One. Of course, like, I got super excited for it. So as soon as that game was being advertised, like, I was like, yeah, I'm getting an Xbox One just for that game.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I was a Saberwolf main at first because obviously, like, season one didn't have TJ Combo at the time. So yeah, like, I was grinding it out with Saberwolf, but as soon as they announced TJ Combo for season two, that's when I was like, all right, this is my go-to character. And the reason being was because when I was a kid, that was the only character that I could beat the actual arcade game with. Like, even though, like, I loved using the whole roster for the most part, TJ Combo was the only character that I could beat the game with. So I was
Deep.
like, all right. I was already kind of like drawn towards that. As a child, I wanted to make sure that uh, I put that into my gameplay, with the current game. And so when TJ came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to put all my time and effort into him.
Awesome. That's
Oh, and really quick, I don't mean to stretch this story out too long, but going back with the Mick Gordon, opportunity, that was, like I said, a dream come true ever since I was a kid. Being a youngster playing this game to an adult now. I'll give you all a quick rundown of how that happened. Mick, when they announced season two, of course, we were going to have all these different characters coming in. And well, Mick, he posted on social media that he was going to be needing a metal vocalist for an upcoming character track. Now, I didn't necessarily know what character was going to be about right then and there, just like everybody else, right? But I still submitted my work thinking that it was going to be for Cinder, only because when he said metal, I was like, okay, like, Cinder probably has like the most metal song like in the original game, so it has to be for Cinder.
Yeah, true.
So I submitted my work, and just luckily enough, like, I got picked. It's as simple as that. Like, I didn't expect it to get, picked out of everybody, but I did. Mick contacted me. I was just in complete
Ooh,
shock.
I can't even
I
imagine.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was fake. But yeah, I spoke to him, through Skype. The whole time he's just talking about what I was going to be doing, what character it was going to be for. The entire time, my jaw is just completely dropped. I'm like, I can't believe this. So when he uh when he told me everything, when it was said and done, what I was going to be doing, I had to thank him. I was like, look, Mick, I have to thank you so much for this. Like, this is literally a dream come true. I've Killer Instinct was a huge part of my life when I was a kid. There was times that I did essays and stuff on this game. I did record mimes on the original soundtrack, for like drama class and stuff like that, right? So anyway, long story short, it was a huge honor. Got to work with this guy. Got to give you all the what you hear, the Herald of Gargos track on the Shadow Tiger's Lair stage, and of course, like Devil was saying, like, years later, I got the opportunity to be part of the Doom Eternal
Yeah.
soundtrack again with Mick.
Sick.
So so yeah, it was definitely, I owe a lot to Killer Instinct. Even the Doom stuff, I owe it to Killer Instinct because, like I said, if I wouldn't have gotten that shot with Mick and Killer Instinct, I wouldn't have gotten this shot in Doom Eternal. So I do all this because I love it just as much as you all do. So
Hell yeah, dude. And as much as we love to, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
talk about you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
My bad.
No, I'm kidding, bro. I'm messing with you. That's awesome. I actually didn't know all that, and it's actually cool to have the insight in terms of like how he picked you. I didn't know he just that's how it happened, and actually it makes sense that you would have thought it was Cinder though. Oops, the invite went. Hold on, my bad. Wrong invite.
Yeah, and
that's crazy, but it makes sense.
So yeah, goes to show, guys, just go for it, man. Anytime you see an opportunity, take it.
Even if you don't think it's gonna happen to you, look what you got a living, breathing example of a man who didn't know and just kind of went through and just followed through. Yeah. And now he's in 2 fucking video games with a legendary composer. Yeah. 2, and not only that, dude, you're in 2 retro ass games that got rebooted.
Yeah. Put it this way: if you were to go back in time and tell me as like a 10 or 11-year-old, like, hey, in the future, you're gonna be in Killer Instinct and Doom when you're older, I would have.
Jesus, could you imagine, dude? You're playing Doom on your fucking shitty computer, and you're like, hey, kid, you like this game? You're like, yeah. Guess what? You're gonna do in 20 years, bitch.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like,
get shit on.
Exactly, dream come true.
That's
my
sick,
mind
bro.
Back then, so yeah.
Yeah. Remember how I first met you, bro? I didn't really know the scene like that when I first met you, but I remember we were staying at Raven's Raw's mother's house, rest her soul. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And we just all stood there and hung out, and just, I don't know, over time, him and I was just fucking with him. I'm like, I'm just gonna fuck with this guy, see how far I could take it with him. And he ended up getting annoyed at first, I'm sure, but ended up like finding the charm in my annoying.
I like to sit back and analyze, my surroundings, and just, like, it was good though. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we are.
Analyze. Let's get into this TJ combo.
Let's talk about his movement, Chris.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So TJ doesn't have like incredible speed, but it's also not too bad. Like, the thing about TJ is he doesn't really rely on his walk speed to get in. He has a lot of tools to get in. Of course, he has his power line, which is his main source of getting in. And what's so great about that is that you can do his cancels. You got that juke that'll kind of like wear the people out, trying to assume like, oh, is he going to come in? Is he not? And another good tool of getting in really quick would be his tumble, which is right there. So I'd say overall with his speed, you're not really going to be using too much of his actual walk speed to get in or out, or mainly get in really. But yeah, like his power line is something that he has that can get you in quick.
Yeah, like one thing too, like with power line, like he said, you can cancel it. Like, you could back up for me real quick.
Right.
I'm gonna just like see how fast I can get across by forward dashing. All right, that's not too bad, right? But watch this shit, dude. I'm in there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll is so much better than forward dashing.
Yeah, his forward dash, it might take, I don't know, maybe like a good 4 to 5 to actually chase them down. You know what I mean?
Takes a little while too.
Right. Yeah, and the roll, regardless of it being vulnerable to hits and stuff, it's still a good tool, like to go in when you see them, I guess, kind of going in airborne. On top of that as well, like you can kind of like maneuver your way away from like jump attacks and stuff like that. But yeah, like if anything, if you're going to be using this character and relying on his walk speed, that's something you're not really going to be using in the end. His main, like I said, tools are going to be his power line and rolls. Yeah,
if I'm always fighting someone, I never forward dash ever.
Right.
I barely walk. If I'm gonna get in, if I want to close the gap just a smidget, I just roll in once or just like that, and then start blocking immediately.
Yeah, and it's like I said, he's got very good like horizontal mobility because of the power line and because of like the cancels that he has.
Right. So what is
his backdash?
His backdash is.
His backdash is okay. It's not.
I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's not the worst backdash in the game. Hisako has a lot of worst backdash. Kimu has the worst backdash, but the thing about his backdash to me is it's got a lot of invincibility, but the recovery is just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, like
so use that sparingly.
When you have characters that have like double hitting attacks that go forward, it's gonna be one of those things where you might be able to like dodge the first attack. Let's do it. I'm
gonna throw you, and I'm gonna throw you, and then we'll show them.
Yeah, sure. And you're gonna get caught like right there. That recovery is just really bad. I know characters like TJ, of course. We got Rash. He has that like moving. I think it's like a forward heavy where he kind of like looks like a little spin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got Maya with her daggers. Basically, like I said, anything that hits more than once, you're gonna get caught with it. So it's one of those things where it's not always the best option. Your best option would probably be just to block if you anticipate something on wake up, especially if it's gonna be meaty like that.
And someone mentioned in the chat earlier, Chris, TJ's jump is hella shallow, and I agree with that. If you want
Yeah,
to
it
rematch real
really
quick,
is.
we'll show them. Like his jump is actually really interesting, right? It doesn't go very far, and it doesn't go very like not very fast or slow. It's pretty standard jump. But one thing about his jump that I like, well, rather his one thing about his jump is I like is like it doesn't linger too much. It's kind of like in there and out. You know, you don't really risk too much by jumping with TJ. But one
Right.
thing though, I don't recommend jumping at all with him. Hardly ever. Like I barely do it. Only when I feel like it's necessary. You always see me either grounded, power lining in, rolling in, or flying knee if I feel like they're gonna go for a low. I barely jump to close the gap ever. Like I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I mean that's a good point too. Like I really don't use his jump too often. If I do, it's because it might seem like I'm doing it out of desperation, but really, like sometimes this game becomes a platformer. Like let's say if you're playing against Sadira, sometimes you kind of have to like,
dodge.
yeah. But for the most part, like most characters, you're not really gonna see too many TJs jumping in. Like I said, if anything, I'd be substituting a jump for a roll, like always.
I want
I
to
know we're
close the
probably,
gap. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be abusing that. Like if you see TJ players, you see them roll a lot. Just because, like I said, like his mobility is best on the ground, not so much in the air.
Mm-hmm. Plus roll. Well, we'll talk about roll later. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about his buttons.
Okay. All right. So we got the light where if you of course you mash it, it becomes the punching bag. Um, it's not a bad little tool, but again, like you're not really gonna see too many TJs use that. At least I don't use it
Yeah.
too often.
It kind of locks you in. I don't like it because like unlike chainable jabs, like people who have this like standing up, when you lock into the speed bag animation, you're stuck in it, and
Yeah.
you can't autocorrect. Like see, I could just hit him. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
kind of get stuck in it. Like you kind of have to not mash this move out. I only barely use it for meaty wake ups.
Right.
Like, but other than that, it's not really necessary. I just jabbing once or crouch. If you want to chain a jab or hit confirm, I recommend crouch jabbing, because also this move too, it whiffs over characters who are like have small hurt boxes, like Shin Hisako and Kim Woo. It doesn't whiff against TJ because he's a little taller. But most
Yeah.
characters have a hard time, or TJ has a hard time confirming this. Like say if he hits a crouching opponent of this target combo and goes for a jab, it'll whiff. It's really
Right.
fucked
And
up.
there's not that much hits done on it either, so it's kind of like not that great of a
Yeah.
tool. Like it'd be great if like it added, you know what I mean, like after each hit, but it doesn't. So it's not really that useful of a tool. So standing light punch isn't that great, but
The crouching
his
one's really good.
his crouching one is really good because you can get like a good hit confirm out of it, like after you chain it. So
Or like sometimes I'll just go like I'll go like if someone's like make me block or just do something. Like just do like a target combo.
all right, shit.
I can hit confirm after 2 jabs. If I see I could do 2, and I know it's like my turn to go go in.
Right.
Or rather, yeah,
And,
it's pretty interesting.
but yeah, like his excuse me, his crouching low punch is pretty good. Like it's gonna be one of those
Got good
tools that
range.
you're gonna use. It's got decent range, and like I said, it's a chain, so you can go ahead and confirm it into like a special like spin fist. And once you get adjusted to how, I guess, how quick you need to be with your eyes and seeing when it chains, it becomes a really good hit confirm. Like I said.
Yeah, it's always okay to sometimes, in my opinion, if you're not confident in hit confirming lights, the good thing about TJ combo with this jab is to always hit confirm it, even if they block into back fist, because regardless if it hits or not, especially if they don't have meter, regardless if they hit him or not, back fist is 0 on block. So you're not going to be negative, and it's not going to be you're not going to lose your turn. It's going to be both your turn, like back in neutral. So it's not too bad. So always hit confirm it to back fist anyway, And if you get the hit, then follow up.
Yep, go into the combo. But yeah, so light punch standing up's not that great. Like crouching is pretty good tool. But yeah, so let's move on to the medium punch. medium from a good distance, it kind of pushes him forward. So it kind of creates like a pretty good, I guess, like jump in type of like pressure. You know what I mean? Startup, I guess you could say. It covers like a decent, like almost like over a foot step.
About a
Like
character and a half.
Yeah. Right there.
My thing is with it though is I agree with you. I just never do it alone.
Right, of course. So like,
Yeah.
so since we're just breaking it down button by button,
Yeah.
it also changes animation up close.
Mm-hmm.
So and you know, just like Devil said, this button alone isn't that great, but now we have the target combo that goes into his heavy attack. So if you notice from a distance, it's going to cover a lot of ground right here. So if that first punch whiffs, this heavy punch right here, it's going to catch him.
Yeah, it comes out regardless if it hits or not, even on whiff. It's pretty
Right.
sneaky because people see that medium punch whiff and like, oh, now counter hit.
Yep.
Like
they're like, oh, yeah. Your intuition to want to progress forward during a whiffed attack, it's going to make your instincts are going to kick in and you're going to want to go forward. So right there is just kind of like a little like psych out in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Now another thing with that medium punch too is like it's pretty minus on hit. I mean on block. I think it's like punishable as fuck if you block it for jab. Do you mind blocking? I'm gonna hit you with the medium punch and see if you can jab me out of or punish me with jab. Hold on. Yeah, see punishment. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
You could punish him, but you never want to do medium punch alone anyway. Like Chris said, you either want a target combo and then cancel the juke or back fist always. Yeah.
Yeah, and with the let's just go straight into that heavy punch, just because since this is technically the chain combo, the majority of the time you are going to be chaining it into the medium punch into heavy, and that heavy punch, that right there is a good button, just because it leaves them staggered. So
look at how TJ's reacting to the heavy punch. He's
of course
stagger. It's called the mechanics called stagger.
So as you see the stagger come into effect, you have like a little bit of free range to kind of apply pressure after that. And the beauty about TJ's stagger is that he can cancel it into the juke and get like another one in there. And that whole set right there is unbreakable.
Yeah. So like normally TJ, most kicks when they stagger, they have a chance to just walk in and do something, which TJ can too. He could jab or throw. But the beauty about TJ, like you said, wow, I was looking funky. Yeah. The thing about TJ combo with his staggers is that you can special cancel them into a juke, which is pretty much in a way a dash cancel in a way, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
So I could do like into roll, into juke, and this gives me pretty much the ultimate mix-ups. Like I could stagger to roll, and now I could do anything I want, any button, any strength, any special, anything.
Yeah, and it's gonna combo too. So
yeah,
and then like I said earlier, you can get 2 of these for free without getting anything broken. And it's a decent 12%, but of course after that, that's when you get almost like it's not so much a mix-up, but you get different options to what you can open with. So we can do this into spin fist, and then it'll go ahead and combo. And then we can go ahead and go into like his flying knee, and it'll combo as well. So basically, it's all free range. Like
yeah. So like as he was showing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, I was like any sort of special that he has is going to catch, and pretty much any sort of like regular button is going to catch for the most part. Like I don't think you can. No, you can do a heavy kick, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Well, the
up close. Not far away.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. But yeah, you want to go on to the next button, or?
I want to talk about this some more. Actually, it's very important. I think a lot of characters need people to know about this. Like Chris was showing, you could do 2 of them for free before you become broken. Because right after you do these 2, they're breakable. But here's the thing: you can do like a command grab, which is unbreakable.
To
a 1 chance, and also with the target combo as well, you can do target combo into reset, which I like to do a lot. Like I do target combo, and they're expecting it to be a combo, and they reset.
Right, and on top of that too, You can also I like to do tremors every now and then because
Oh yeah, that can hold up.
like yeah, 'cause you could do pretty much. I think you can do all 3 of them. Let's see. Yeah, because the light will hit, and then the medium I already did, but yeah, like the heavy will hit as well. So of course you can see the streamers and you know your opponent can break them. But what I like doing during that is let's say I'm doing, and then from there like you know I'll do another linker and I get to choose the speed, of course, whether it'll be like a light, medium, or heavy. So it kind of like, in my opinion, gives it a little bit of a harder read to break. You're not going to see like auto doubles or anything like that. You're just going to see like a bunch of specials
Manuals.
one after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing too, like with that, it's a lot of this move. I want to emphasize it, the stagger and the target combo. The thing about it too is that after you do the initial first 2 and the combo's breakable, you can still do more.
Yeah, you can.
And they become breakable, sure, but you could just be like an asshole with this thing and just get in there and then throw them. You know.
Yep.
You could do so much shit with this. Like, and they don't know what to look for at that point. So now they just got hit with 2 target combos. Like, oh shit, another target combo's coming. Oh no, I'm scared. Boom.
Yep.
Too late. It's too late, motherfucker. You know, back fist comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. So that's his main tool: frustration, main tool of damage as well. Yeah, pressure, like all of that. Like once you get in with that, you have like a bunch of different options to mentally mix them up.
Yeah, put fear into them. One more thing I want to talk about is the frame data for this. It was hard for me to find it out, but thank you to Infil for helping me research it. There's 2 versions of target combos. There's the close standing target combo and the far standing target combo. Because remember how we talked about how TJ has a different medium, further and closer?
Right.
Well, that actually changes the frame data when you cancel into juke or into roll. So when you're close and you roll or when you juke, you're plus. You're +4, and this is +2. The juke is 2. Roll is +4, juke's +2. Now, if you're far, it's 0 when you roll, and -2 when you juke. So if you just look at he's reaching out there, and you block that, and the guy rolls, it's not his turn anymore. Well, it's 0. But if you do it like a juke and he's reaching out there, it's the opponent's turn by -2 frames. If you're blocking all my shit. If you're blocking this shit up close and I'm just getting into your shit, you better respect that, cause you better respect that. Like, I'm gonna jab. I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do a close standing, and then I want you to jab, or a close target, and I want you to jab.
Yeah, right there. I couldn't even.
Yeah, he was locked in because it's +4. It's a 4-frame jab.
Yeah.
See? You can't do it.
Close.
Now far away. Watch. See? Minus.
Right. So yeah, once you're in there, it becomes a very good, you know, positive pressuring tool. So just keep that in mind whenever you're up close. Like that's when
it's your turn.
Like
and now opponent psych him out with the rolls and the jukes, kind of get in there, close the gap. But if your opponent's watching your distance, that's when you got to pay attention to that. But most of the time, they're too scared, you know.
Right.
See, like right there, I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm not sure what the hell he's gonna do. Like I'm TJ main. And I'm watching this, like the pressure, and I'm not deciding. I don't know what to do. Do I want a shadow uppercut? Oh, too late. I got command grab.
Yeah,
look at me.
Right there. So it's one of those things where you have that shoot toss where it's going to keep you kind of like turning into like a scary opponent because you're not too sure whether you should let go of block or not, and then at a certain point it's going to be too late.
Yeah, and if you're aware of the command grab, I'm gonna hold up after you do a target combo, and then I'm gonna do target combo. Actually, you know what? Just block the target combo and then block the next punch and then jump, okay?
Okay.
See?
Yeah, right there. I held up. I didn't even get it.
They know that they think the target combo's coming. They're like, they think the command grab's coming. They're like, oh, I'm tired of this fucking command grab. Oh, but now they.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, they get caught by tremor instead.
Yeah. So now, go ahead and do it. I'll block up. So with that in mind, like.
Oh yeah. Respect that. Oops, sorry.
That's cool. And then you're gonna go in. Well, okay. So basically, all this like flurry that you're seeing, you have different options to scare them. So if they're like, okay, he's gonna go for a shoot toss, I better jump. Right there, you're gonna make the read. Like, you know what? I have a feeling he's gonna do that. Let's go for a tremor, and then it becomes too late. You catch him regardless. So.
But tremor is minus though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll wait for the time to run out, but.
TJ.
Yeah.
You're just mad because you got whooped by me, Alvaro.
All right. right, man. Shout out to Alvaro. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, dude. These seconds last 3 seconds.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Jesus. All right, so right now we'll go ahead and move into his kicks. Let's see what kind of kick attacks we got.
Yeah.
Or do you want to talk about air?
Let's talk about kicks.
Yeah, let's talk about kicks first. All right, so TJ has this like little stubby light. Even though it looks stubby, it still does some pretty good range, I guess you could say.
It's got the best range out of like his standing like lights. But
yeah,
it doesn't chain though or anything. It's a single hitting.
Yeah, it's kind of not a very fast move. Again, one of those buttons that you're not really gonna see being used standing up. But of course, his crouching light kick, it's a low.
Sneaky.
And yeah, it's a little sneaky kick. Like, you'd be surprised how often people get caught by this, especially under conditions where we're trying to get in right there. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, that thing almost hits so fast.
It's like a little snipe.
Yeah, exactly. It's your main objective with that kick, in my opinion, is to get in there when they least expect it, and then just like throw that little kick out there. Throughout my years of playing this at tournaments, it's been one of those things where like I know it's gonna hit for the most part. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely one of those. That in particular is good to use as a low attack.
Yeah. So like one thing too with that, like I like to do a lot. Like say I'll do like a flip out. Excuse me. One thing about the light kick too is it's a flip out in the air. So like
right,
it causes a flip out in this game. Essentially, is a reset situation. So like I don't know. I'll light kick him, and then I'll roll behind him. And then hit him with the low.
Right, and that becomes really tricky there. And same thing, like after you do like a vortex up in the air, it'll go ahead and like flip them. And if you notice right there, I did kind of like a quick little
micro step.
Yeah, so it's good to kind of play like if you're trying out TJ for the first time, that flip out that he has, like if you position yourself at different places, depending on how you either stay like stationary or move just a little bit forward, you can get like a little cross up almost. Let's see if I can nail it real quick. Like right there.
Yeah.
And so it's a good little flip out. And like I said, if you kind of just mess around with it after vortexes, you can kind of position yourself to either cross them up or just keep them right in front of your face. So.
Ooh, one thing I want to mention, Chris, we forgot to mention. If you mind coming to the corner for me?
Sure.
We forgot to mention how great TJ's crouching medium punch is and crouching heavy punch is. Like,
oh yeah.
Crouching medium punch, it's not a great button to throw out. You can target combo with it still, but I mean like in a juggle situation, it's really good.
Right.
Like it come to me real quick.
Yeah.
It kind of launches them. Stay right there. I'll go back to the other side. Yeah. It kind of puts them in a weird height. You see how high it puts them? And same thing with heavy punch too. Heavy punch is the same thing. Like it's really good for juggling. It's just kind of it kind of messes with the gravity a little bit. And the thing about crouching heavy punch is a good button. It has really good range, and it does a lot of freaking damage when you get hit by it.
Yeah, it really does. When you see that thing land, like it even looks like it hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, pow! And it's actually safe on block too. So it's a little minus. I think it's like -2 or 3.
Right. And regardless, like even if you don't want to just commit to the block, just cancel it into
back fist
like
or pawn, command grab, juke. Yeah, you
could.
What I do in the corner with it, like personally, is I'll show you real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like if I feel like the opponent's already kind of catching on to my target combos, and they're kind of because target combos push you to the corner. They just do.
Right.
If I feel like opponent's catching on to my block real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like they're catching on to my target combo. I'll just do like that. I'll go target combo, jab, and push me far away. You see, and they're gonna want to hit a button, and they get hit by heavy punch. Because the target combo, if you could block, please.
Yeah.
I'll do the jab, and then boom. Now let's look at I'm right here. I'm at the max range. Yeah, I just got counter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's really good to do.
Those are very good checking tools for sure.
Yeah.
They like Mike was saying, like that thing reaches very far.
And shit sucks to get hit by.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And it can combo and slam him into a wall like that, and then from there you get your mix up again too. So wall mix up. TJ's very obviously can be very scary, like in the corner.
Yep.
He's got like, as long as you make the right reads, he can be a very hard character to deal with in the corner. Because even right there, like if I'm crouching scared, Mike can, yeah, exactly, he can turn it into a tremor. And it's just like, man, like if you have your pressure game on point, you're gonna do a lot of scary pressure and damage. So
yeah.
Okay, let's go back to his kicks. Okay, so we covered the lights. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about the medium. The medium's pretty good in terms of distance, because it can actually catch a decent amount.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's good. It's tricky.
It's a good tool. Like I like using this tool when I have to. It covers like some pretty unique distance for being TJ. And of course, like I said, you can cancel it into something. And then up close, it actually becomes a knee. And what I like about this knee is that, here, let me, it's got some pretty good hits done on wake up, actually.
Pretty active. Right now, yeah.
Yeah, so let me, I'm going to, right here, watch. I know I can.
Oh, yeah, you want immediate, yeah.
I'm messing it up.
It's hard. It's hard, I know.
I know I've been able to
try rolling after it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, let's see. No, okay, so see right there, like it actually comboed. I know it's a really good medium. Yeah.
One thing about the knee too, people don't realize, Chris, it's a close medium punch. Kick. The knee, the damage output. If you probably don't even know this either. The damage output is the same amount of damage as a heavy punch.
Okay, that I didn't know.
It's the exact same amount. 36 points of damage. So like a lot of people, whenever I have that one, you have that one chance to hit somebody once before they decide to break your combo, and they think you're gonna go for the heavy because it's the obvious thing that does the most damage. I hit him with the medium knee, and it's like, ah, they die. It's
like the same thing.
Yeah, it does the same amount of damage. Yeah, and it does the same amount of KV too. So like say if you don't mind, I'm gonna do like a combo opener, I guess. What should I open you with? Let's see.
Yeah, bots.
Yeah, I better just decide, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so 5, right? So watch. 5. It does even though it's a medium button, it has the same properties in terms of KV, damage, and active frames as a heavy. The up close knee.
That's awesome. I didn't know that, so that's actually good to know.
Yeah.
Another thing I like doing with medium kicks, I'm not too sure if it's character specific, but let me get you in the corner over here.
Sure.
And then just I'm gonna just go ahead and block like after this throw right here.
Okay.
Block.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That was sneaky.
Yeah. So the spacing right there, if I'm correct, I know I do this to Conra a lot. So what happened was after I put you on the floor, I did 2 punches, and then the space, space enough, it gave me at almost like max range. And I believe if you block standing up, I should be able to knock you down with the tremor. So after I throw you, just go ahead and stand block. I know it works on Conra. No, okay. So depending on how far you get pushed back, I believe. Let's see. Shit. It basically pushes you back. It's almost because
I know what you mean.
Like, yeah, I'm either gonna clip you up top or I'm gonna miss it, but it's gonna knock you down.
Let me try it.
So
go.
So the spacing is almost like perfect.
Oops, sorry.
That's cool. Here, it's good.
That's tricky.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, but I know I can pull it off.
Try heavy punch after. Like this is what I would do if it was like a certain match. Like I'd go like. Wait, not that.
See, hold on. Like block this. No, I think it probably worked with like 2 of these, and like you might want to take like a step back. But regardless, like if you can use that medium kick to kind of like push them back just a bit.
Oh, there.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so basically, if you
can
kind of like, yeah, you have to like find your little like sweet spot. But like I said, when you have them in the corner, it can kind of like create like a frustration. So they're like, oh crap, like that hit me. I better block low. You know what I mean? So right there, like then I'm gonna switch it up and hit them high or up close.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's cool. Like if you're kind of backing off, that's gonna hit them. But then like if you get just a little bit more closer, like after they just got knocked down, they might get caught by it. So the standing medium is kind of like a good distance spacing tool, I guess you could say, to kind of like mess with them with the light tremor.
You can also, we forgot to mention that you could target combo into medium kick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like if you want to have a little more range, you know, you could just kind of throw that in there, you know.
Yeah,
I don't use it that much.
Yeah, it works up close too.
I think with the target combo medium kick, I'll do like, you know. I'm sorry, it's a habit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Damn, TJ's weird.
Yeah, sometimes it might change up a bit depending on the character specifics, like, you know, like the hitboxes and all that on these characters. Sometimes you might miss.
Yeah, target combo medium kick, it pushes the opponent a little higher and further out in the air than the other target combo. But yeah, you get the idea.
But yeah, so that's and medium, low medium kick, that's a low. So
it's really good too. I like throwing it out. Got good range. It's really active.
Yeah, it's oh, you know what? We actually forgot also about his fierce Superman punch.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about like roller coaster and Superman punch later.
Okay, so yeah, those are more command. Okay.
Yeah, they're command normal.
Okay. So yeah, his low medium is
super good in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's minus. Medium. It's not plus or anything, but it's not. It's like -2. Really good. It's got a good hitbox. It could juggle with it. You could juggle with it actually. It's really hard.
You can kind of catch them too, like on the way down. Like let's say a lot of the times your opponent thinks that whenever you're gonna juggle, you know, you're gonna basically be doing it as a standing. Well, that medium will catch them pretty low if you can nail it right. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Like let's say if I throw you up,
it's hard. It's hard as fuck though.
It's a little hard.
There you go.
But right there, you know what I mean? Like it'll be one of those things where they can kind of be put at ease, I guess you could say. Like right, yeah. So
one thing about that medium kick too, the thing I like about it is that it could work like for something like this, like if you do like jab.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. You know?
You can do like a double manual essentially.
I mean, you could do other buttons too, but the thing about since it hits so low, it could kind of mess up the timing of the break attempt for the air manual. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's his medium stuff. Little tricky to catch it on the way down, but it is possible, and you know, sometimes in the heat of the moment, like it really does get you like in a good position.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was his medium. Now let's go ahead and talk about his heavy.
Personally, my least used button is my heavy kick.
Big time.
Yeah,
his heavy attack is the clunkiest looking thing. It just looks like a.
It's weird. It doesn't look like it belongs. Like why is he kicking like that? That looks like a tusk kick. You know what I mean?
It looks like he's tired.
Yeah. Ugh. God, I've been working all day.
Yeah, these are this is the button for sure that you're not going to really see a lot of TJs use. And to be honest, probably most of the time when you see it used, it's probably because it was an accident. But even up close, like his stomp really trash right up close, there,
bro. It's actually minus on hit.
I was about to say, like his stomp just has like his recovery is just not that great on. And I believe this right here
is +2.
It's like positive, isn't it? But even then, you can't really do much after it.
It's +2. Like, you could do a tech, like a little tick throw. You know.
Right.
I don't ever do. If I want to close the gap of something, I'm going to use target combo.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do. This is just like it does have some really cool. Like, let me show you something. It has like a really cool juggle property. It knocks him in the air. You can do a flip out right after.
Yeah. So just
it knocks him high enough.
That his heavy attack is best used for juggles and not so much like
on the ground for
like a prime attack. Yeah,
it's hard to do it though.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the things that we're saying like is hard to do. It really is hard to do with TJ. Of course, with your TJ specialist, it's a little bit easier to pull these things off. But when you started off with him, like, don't be afraid to figure out just unique juggles with him, because that's what he has. Like, I know when I play other TJs, I see these juggles like that I haven't myself done before. So that's the beauty of TJ with his juggles.
Yeah, I still sometimes like I'll watch players who like talk about how they learn a lot from me, and then I'll watch them play them, and regardless of how well they do or not, they still somehow show me something I've never seen before.
Yeah,
Like a juggle or something, you know.
Yeah. So hats off.
Creativity.
A lot of creativity with this character. And let's see. So we have his trip, which is also another like
sweep. Yeah,
it's a clunky.
Fuck. It's so weird.
I like his sweep because it's like one of those things that just like looks like it hurts.
It looks like it will break your leg.
Dude, yeah. It looks like a semi truck shrank down and just like, went to someone's like shins.
Look where it hits too.
Yeah. It just looks like a man shut up kick. But
yeah.
It's not good in terms of speed.
It has a lot of startup.
Yeah, it has a lot of startup, and even though it looks like long, like his whole body stretches out, it's still not that great.
It doesn't go far.
Mm-mm.
I'd say like right above the ankle is where the hitbox actually is.
Yeah, so if you're shooting for one of those, like,
I wouldn't.
be ready to not use it that often. Going back to his low attacks, his light and his medium are going to be your go-tos.
Sure. Heavy, light, medium kick, and then heavy punch if you want. If you have to do a heavy button from far away on the ground, heavy punches away.
Right. So yeah, that'll close better distance. It's got better recovery on it, and of course, like, it does more damage that way too.
You can special cancel it. Unlike sweep, you can't special cancel anything off a sweep. It just kinda, even on block, block it. You gotta hold that shit. Yeah.
Yep. You gotta hold it for sure. So, but yeah, so those are TJ's like normal buttons.
Let's talk about his command normals now.
Yeah, and so TJ actually has two command normals, and they're both going to be with punch attacks, one being medium and the other one being heavy punch. And the way you do it is it's down, forward, medium, and that'll put him in this like tumbling looking state right here, and it hits twice.
-2.
Yeah, it's -2. It's a pretty nice little I guess like hit confirm too as well. Like if you're going in low. Right there, it's a good little way of keeping the pressure going into a combo. So, but it is negative on block, but it's not horribly bad.
So yeah, my advice is if you're feeling a little shaky about your hit confirm, so if I crouching light kick into back fist is hardest to pull off on a hit confirm, but it is 0 on block, which is better than being -2. Whereas, sure, if you're like I said, if you're a little shaky, just go ahead and do roller coaster. It's -2. You're not gonna get DP'd. Hardly anybody ever shadow counters it. If they have no meter, just go for it anyway. And it's easy.
You can more than likely. Sometimes I'm able to just backdash out of like any sort of like I guess attempt on a punishment. You know what I mean? So regardless of it being, if it gets blocked, like just block it, Mike.
Oh, sure.
You still have time to kind of backdash too.
Yeah.
Or you can just block, like, make sure that you have enough reaction.
I like to, bro, since people know it's -2. What I do is, if you don't mind trying to throw me afterwards, block it.
Okay.
I like to just go like this. Oh, I didn't do it right. I was thinking about what I was gonna say and doing it, and I didn't do it.
All right, grab.
Tremor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I love it. It works.
Yeah, and if you notice, like, tremor is a good way of changing it up. Like, thinking, like, let's say you do get clipped by it, right? Like you get clipped by like a grab. They know that they're like, okay, I'll just punish it with a grab. And knowing that, like, okay, they punished me with a grab, let me go and just tremor it, and then boom, like, you can start going. You can
the mix is there.
Turn that into a mind game in its own too.
Yeah. And like Atsu said, it's actually really good for people who like to backdash a lot. Also, like, how we talk about target combos.
Right.
You could do that. You could do that when people try to backdash too. Just I actually do. You know what I actually do? This is a very specific matchup thing I use it for. But whenever I see like a fucking General Rom try to like backdash, or like, I don't know, Agano's trying to jump, I'll actually roller coaster sometimes, and it'll hit them because they're so big and they land in the hitbox of it.
Yeah,
It's got a weird property to it, like when in a juggle. Like, let me show them. Pretty cool. Like, it hits like perfectly twice, like all the time.
Yeah, and in the corner you can combo off it again, like how we were mentioning earlier. How TJ has a lot of juggle potential, and the majority of his buttons, like I'd say, like 90% of his buttons allow you to do these different juggles. So.
Oh, one thing too, I think they need to know about this move. Even if it hits once, this command normal, it's an opener. So after, you could do an ultra. Right after, you can do an ultra. But if I go for anything else, I'm gonna go for a medium auto double afterwards.
All right.
You can break it.
Right, yeah.
So even if it hits once, like we were talking about earlier, how you could do 2 target combos and they can't be broken.
Right.
But unfortunately, that's not the case for. That's not the case for roller coaster. It could be broken afterwards.
Yeah, so you can break it.
Yeah.
And and let's say you're playing against TJ. It's almost like a break or confirm. You know what I mean? Like it hits. It has like 2 hits, right? So as soon as you see that, like go ahead and do it, Mike. Like combo the roller coaster into like use it as like a link or whatever.
Oh, like you mean like?
Yeah, I'm gonna break it. In other words.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do it like this. Oh, you're dead. So I'm gonna do a juggle. So you gonna do a juggle or a ground one?
Do a ground one, just so I can kind of make a point of like how it's very easy to see, and it can be broken.
Oh, my bad.
It's all right.
I was gonna do right there, but
here, let me. Right. Oh, I missed it. But yeah, like you have those like opportunities right there to. Right there.
You can break it the first hit or the second hit.
Yeah, it's a very obvious like medium, but that's only if your opponent knows that it's a medium.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it's still combos regardless. But yeah, and oh my god, it kind of has like a good range too. So.
Oh yeah, look how far it hit me.
Going back on his mobility, it takes up like a lot of space. I think right here is your sweet spot, even probably a little bit further back.
I think you go even further. Like say right there. I'm gonna say right here. Right here.
Yeah, that's like the caught by the knuckle.
Yeah.
So, you rarely use that as a spacing tool, but just so you can kind of see that it is pretty wide ranges in terms of like spacing. So
I kind of feel like I need to use it more, honestly. Like there are times where I'm like, damn it, I want to hit that guy, but should I flying knee? What if I get hit by a high? This actually will it'll crush the high.
Right.
So good. You know, I need to use it. I know I need to use it more. You know.
Yeah, and I think us as TJ players, we don't use it as often too, but you do see like that type of potential that you could use in game with it. So
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so
the other one's my favorite. My favorite.
Yep.
My favorite move in TJ's arsenal. I love this move, bro. I love this move. It makes me like smile.
Yeah. So TJ was graced to have an overhead, which is a really good overhead actually, because the distance that it can travel.
Right there, you can hit me with that. That right shit. There. Stay right there. Like watch, Chris. This shit. Let me show you the optimal. This shit right here. Look at that shit. This shit's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it reaches so far, and it does. It's an overhead. So, like I said, you can be kind of like going in, and kind of conditioning them to be blocking low, and then right there, boom, and then you can go ahead and cancel it into a special.
It's cool too because it's actually if someone's going for lows, like I like to see I don't know, like orchids just coming through. I hit them with that. A wolf. Oh, whenever a wolf tries to do a combo breaker into slide, I overhead them.
Look at that.
That shit is crazy. It's +1 on block too, so it's like just might as well just throw it out there.
So check this out. Like I use this almost like as a quick hit confirm too. Like if I see that hit, I have time to like go in. Let me do it really quick.
Yep.
Right there. You see, so it's three hits. So it's when you I guess start to understand like how it hits. Like I said, as soon as you see that hit, that's your hit confirm right there, and you got a free combo after that.
Yeah, it's got a little startup. Yeah, like 22, 23 frames of startup. But if you media it right too on wake up, like if someone's wake up, like I'm gonna throw you, Chris.
Yeah.
And he just like time it just right. It's so good. Like, here's what I use it for. For example, like say a character, I don't know, like, all right, perfect example. You know how Gargos likes it, like whenever he's feeling desperate, he does that stupid dive in the air and comes back down.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fighting a Gargos and you have him on a hard knockdown situation and you media just right, if they try to backdash, if they try to do anything else, they get hit. If they try to teleport up, it recovers so quickly on whiff. Excuse me. Like if he dives and I whiff it, I'll have time to roll out the way and then punish his dive because it recovers so quickly.
Yeah, so it's and going back to armored characters, since we're talking about like a heavy punch command, his heavy punch obviously anyone's heavy punch will nullify armored characters, right? So what's good about that is his regular standing heavy is a stagger, right? So if you're playing against someone like Gargos when he is armored up, you could literally keep throwing that out. Like once you catch him with that, you can go ahead and keep just spamming your stagger. Of course, he can go ahead and
he could burst, but
yeah, he could burst, but it's still like a good button to have as TJ.
He forced him.
Right, and then this thing right here is if I see Gargos right there, this is gonna travel, and since it's heavy, it's gonna connect.
And he can't go anywhere either, right? Because he's stuck in stone flesh.
Right, so he's gonna have to burst out of that.
What I like to do is like, whenever Gargos pops his instinct,
Mm-hmm.
if like say he's like in a neutral and he pops his instinct, I always go for, like, say he's gonna pop his instinct on wake up. If he does it on wake up immediately, that will hit him. If he dives to teleport to like make you block and then does the instinct pop after he makes you block, since like I said earlier, he recovers so quickly, he'll whiff it. I'll roll out the way and he won't be able to pop instinct. Now, if Gargos is full screen and an instinct and I hit him with that shit, I always roll after and block because it does so much like hit stun. I roll and I block. They pop thing, boom. They block it, I block it, and I punish them.
Right.
Yeah. They burst out of their little, armor skin because they're scared. They just got hit by a heavy punch. And it's still my turn to block and punish it.
Right.
Oh, one thing too, though. This thing can be thrown, though.
Okay, let's see. Do it to me.
All right, I'm just crouch twice and then do it. Like, crouch twice and then Superman punch.
Okay.
See?
Oh, yeah.
And you're probably wondering, well, how's he getting thrown if he's in the air? Well, he's not. Here's the thing about this game, right? Or this character, like, or even this game actually in general. Moves like wind kick, Superman punch, for example. Even though they're not on the ground, they're still considered grounded in a grounded state. It's just a low crush. So, and the reason they did that, like, that's stupid. It's just make it airborne. No. Here's why they did that. Jago and TJ, we'll talk about their instincts a little further on later. But Jago and TJ, when they're in their instinct, they get frame advantage buffs. TJ gets a speed boost through all his moves that are on the ground. Only on the ground. So, Flying Knee won't get a buff, but Superman Punch will. And the reason they made it a ground move, which can be thrown out of, they said, well, the trade-off is you can get thrown out of this because it's considered a ground move, which sucks, sure. But when you're in instinct, since it's a ground move, you get the buff. So I personally am okay with the fact that it's a grounded move, even though I'm airborne. And I'll take that throw just so I can get that buff. We'll talk about that later, though, more later.
Yeah, and the chances of people throwing that consistently aren't even that high, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Because honestly, if it happens, it's either a really, really good read
or they're mashing.
An accident. Yeah. Like it's almost not as consistent as one would think. But yeah, and going back to the Superman punch, you can also combo into it. It becomes a combo.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like to do with it is, I'll do power lines into it, because from there, I can also throw it in, mix it up with quick cancel. Let me do it. I forgot we're not in training. But anyway, like I like to cancel it into a shoot toss as well. Let's get you away from the wall. Might have a better chance. Right there, you know what I mean? Like just just to kind of like scare them.
Little mix up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's you have a lot of hit from him to do something afterwards too. I
like to do this actually a lot, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Overhead low.
Yeah.
Cheap. And or you could do if you're feeling risky as fuck. If they somehow block the overhead and the low, I go like this, like oops. Overhead,
Right.
low, overhead. You know.
Yeah, he's got like a lot of good, just like, am I gonna hit you high? Gonna hit you low? You know, am I gonna hit you high again? Type of thing. So.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But yes, if you're using TJ, get used to using that Superman punch because it is a beautiful.
It's definitely one of his go-to tools in the match, in any matchup. Like I think it's useful for every matchup.
Yep.
All right, so what else? Come on now. His buttons in the air.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do some air to airs and stuff like that, and it's just jumping attacks and stuff. But yeah, so TJ, of course, he has his regular set of buttons in the air. You got your lights, mediums, heavies, and all that. So we'll go ahead and go over some. But on top of that, he also has some command specials in the air as well, or moves in the air. All right, so his jumping light punch, it's more so for air to airs. It's not that great.
It works well on Gargos and Sadira.
Yeah, like it's probably better for really jumpy characters. But even then, you can see like the animation. It's like almost it's a going up type of animation.
But you can cancel it though.
You can cancel it. What do you mean?
So like
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what we're going back into the specials. Using the command, so it can be canceled. And by canceling it, you can cancel into the medium.
Show them real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you can follow up.
Right. And on top of that, you could also do a heavy attack as well. Oops.
The hard knockdown.
Yeah, it's a hard knockdown.
What I do that for, if I'm ever gonna do it, I just go like Superman punch, you know.
Right. Yeah. It's not used too often. The little knockdown right there, but you can get like a free dash in case you want to have like some sort of like some sort of like setup. But yeah, that's what he has. And they won't come out unless they actually connect. So you can't jump up in the air and press like light, heavy, or light, medium.
I like the ground ones, yeah.
Right. It won't come out unless you actually like hit it. So that's the only way it's gonna work.
I always do. I always follow up with it anyway. Like even if I'm not gonna hit them, I always hit medium punch anyway in case I do, because like you said, it won't come out either way. And if it does, oh shit, now I can hit confirm it.
There you go. Yeah. And I believe, let's see, he also has.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
He has a flip out in the air, and that would be with light kick in the air. And it kind of works the same way as a flip out on the ground, but obviously you have it like a little bit more mobile. Wow,
that's really hard to hit.
Yeah, it's kind of got like a weird little arc to it. You can use light kick on its own though, like to get the flip out.
I'd rather do that, to be honest.
Yeah, and oh man, right there. Off of raw vortex, it's a little bit harder to do as opposed to doing like a vortex in combo. You can hit it like a little bit easier when it's during a linker, really. If you do like a raw vortex, it becomes a little bit harder because of the pushback that it delivers.
Yeah, you're in a different state. The vortex actually acts differently whenever it's in combo and outside of it. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And and then right now when get our time back, we'll go ahead and talk about his other in the air.
Which I don't use at all. I don't use medium punch in the air, but we'll talk about it anyway.
Yeah, the only real button that I use in the air for the most part are the heavies. His heavy jumping punch, it's got some pretty good range is on the coming down, and even like going air to air, it's got like a little bit of an edge.
Pretty good. Medium punch is like whatever. I don't use it. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do enough damage. It's got a weird hitbox. But he does have a jump back medium punch, which is pretty cool, like a cross up.
Right, yeah. He's got a little cross up.
Command normal, if you will.
Yeah. and it can combo into stuff. Even then, I honestly feel like it's not that great of an attack, but
I use it. I still use it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I hardly use, but I know it gets done to me whenever I play against TJs. But yeah, okay, so going back, let's go back into his kicks now. We saw that the light kick it causes a flip out. Air to air, it has a good chance at winning, just because like how it's like the animation, like yeah, it's got like a good little fast like startup on it and all that. You know what? I'm lying. I do use his medium kick because I actually like the range that it has on the come down.
I use that. I use it for Cinder mainly because it has a decent like you said range, and it comes out faster than the heavy punch. And Cinder's a pretty fast character in the air. So this kind of like substitutes the heavy punch for the medium kick.
Right. Like it'll stop. It'll stop a lot in my opinion. So when I do,
it doesn't cross up though. It doesn't cross up though.
Yeah, it's not a good cross up. If you're gonna go for a cross up, it is wise to use a turnaround. I'm probably just not good at the turnaround because I hardly even use it. But yeah, that's gonna be your go-to for a cross up. But yeah, if you're gonna go in for like a stuff, I'd say use the medium kick. All right, we got one more button in the air, which is the heavy.
Which actually, I like this one. Yeah, me too.
The heavy,
it's fucking nice.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
The heavy kick attack is kind of like a bully button in my opinion. Like,
slams
especially
you
in the corner. We'll take a look at it. So it looks like he's just like stretching out in the air, like he's just chilling on a hammock or something. But yeah, like this button right here can be really abused if you feel like your opponent is gonna try and like do something like, let's say, like a wake up grab on you or something. You just keep pressing forward like this, and it's actually a pretty good tool to just
plus
frustrate
16.
your opponent. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to keep on doing this, right? But you'd be surprised how often you can get away with it sometimes.
You know what's funny with this Thrash? Like, the reason I use it a lot is because it narrows TJ's hitbox.
Right.
It narrows him. Like, so like a lot of characters like to wake up DP, especially in but the thing about TJ combo is whenever like say like especially if Orchid, Jago, who else it works for? Not really Fulgor so much, but characters that have a DP to kind of move them forward, then they go up. It'll whiff. They'll actually whiff.
I think it'll whiff even on my wake up Shadow Vortex.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me do a hard knockdown.
Go and do it. All right, here it comes. Well,
I fucked it up. No, I fucked it up. But yeah, it whiff. It's actually really annoying when I have to do the mirror.
Okay.
I guess we're just bad guys. Look.
Yeah. I know I've gotten away with some wake up attacks where like I just like stomp their face like with them attempting to do
Sometimes it'll just whiff in general, and I'll just be behind them.
Right.
And it recovers pretty quickly too. It doesn't do like a lot of doesn't leave you with a lot of like landing recovery.
Right. But yeah,
it crosses up too.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
It does cross. It's really fucking weird. Oh, it's hard. God.
Yeah. It's not easy. But yeah, it's not a good tool when you're trying to do air to airs, obviously.
Yeah,
but it is a good like shut up tool in my opinion.
And the thing about it too, it hits them on the ground for a hard knockdown. So it's like it's just like
that's your hard
disrespectful.
Knockdown. Yeah. So yeah, those are his jumping attacks, and like I said, like in my opinion, the medium attacks, the heavy, those are my go-to, and of course the stomp.
So like for just a quick breakdown of this, I'll only use this jump for a Sadira player, a Cinder player, or a Gargos whenever they're flying around, because it snipes, and I can get a combo. That's
Look at that. We both pretty much like gave each other high fives. And no one
got it doesn't have a good hitbox like vertically, but it does horizontally, but it does vertically. Flip out I barely use, but it does come in handy sometimes. Heavy punch I use it often. Medium kick I use it in certain matchups. Unlike Chris, where he uses it more often.
Right.
Doesn't cross up. Heavy kick stomps, hard knockdown, narrows your hitbox. Whiffs a lot of DPs that are airborne DPs like Thunders, Orchids, Jagos. And heavy punch is just good for coming in and closing the space and getting some damage in. Turnaround punch is good for cross up.
Yeah, and most of the time, like I'm pretty sure like all TJs, we're not really gonna try and like punish anyone in the air, but we're gonna try and punish them by anti-air. And TJ has like some pretty good anti-airs. Do you want to talk about anti-airs now, or you want to talk about it after specials?
I think that kind of goes into each other. Actually, specials are the vortex is his anti-air, right?
That and also his flying knee. Like I use that.
Yeah, snipes like thunder and stuff for floaty jumps and stuff. Let's
Exactly.
talk about this. Let's talk about his back fist first.
Okay. So we'll go and start breaking down like his specials now. Okay, so TJ's like go-to special is gonna be his spin fist.
It's hit confirm, yeah.
It's hit confirm. It's safe on block.
Zero,
yeah, it's a good tool. It catches backdashes as well.
7 frame.
Yeah, it's so if you think that someone is gonna backdash after like a blocked attempt, just spin fist, and it'll catch them.
And there's no risk to doing it because, like I said, it's 0.
Yeah, and once again, like you can cancel it from a power line, and yeah, that's basically like your bread and butter starter. So like if you want to go ahead and kind of like fish for like a chain into a combo, a short combo, it's going to be like the chain spin.
Yep.
But yeah.
There's only one version of it. Like unlike most characters in the game where they have like, I don't know, a light wing kick, medium wing kick, and heavy wing kick, TJ's light back forward move, it's always gonna be spin fist.
Yeah.
But in combo it's different. You could do heavy, you could do 3 hits, or you could do medium, 2 hits twice. But out of combo, it's always gonna be 1 hit.
Yep. And this can't be shadow. You can't turn into like a shadow move.
There's no shadow version of spin fist. No.
Yeah. Pretty much all of TJ's grounded. Yeah, I know, right?
Backhand.
Yeah. Pretty much all of TJ's grounded attacks, there's no 2 different animations for it unless it's in combo. Because
each button is different.
Yeah, each button is different. You have your spin fist. Like I said, it's your bread and butter combo starter, and it's a tool that I'll use a lot in terms of like trying to get my combo started.
Mm-hmm. Now, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like his next move would be the shoot toss, which is
another favorite.
Yeah, it's his command grab, and in my opinion, probably one of the best command grabs in the game in terms of comboing.
Yeah, utility is really good.
Yeah, after you land it, you can't block this obviously because it's a command. You have free range to do a combo, and a pretty good combo. You know what I mean? Like you can get like chunks of damage off of it, just like you would with a spin fist as well. And of course, you can't avoid this by jumping, just like any other command grab. If you see it coming, someone can jump over
hit me into it, or hit me into like a command grab. Yeah,
right there.
You can punish it on the way down. I'm gonna die, but go ahead and hit me again. Like kill me. Let me get some health back and then do it real quick. Hit him.
All right, that's a punishment.
But you could do it again. Do it again.
Oh my bad. No, I gave you. Here we go.
You could throw him out of it.
Yeah, you can throw it out. And in most cases, like let's say if I'm trying to juke them out, like they think that that power line is actually commit. I'm just gonna do this, and then you can cancel it into a
combo,
into a shoot combo, a shoot toss.
Yeah. The one thing too, like with the command grab, I like to use it for obviously like he did like tick throws and everything, but one thing with the command grab is like it does a consistent. I think it's always going to do 12% damage on hit, always 12%. And you can follow up with anything, or pretty much. But like some options, like the thing about command grab, like if you block for me real quick, bud. If I'm 2+, it won't work.
Right. Yeah. If you're 2+, it won't work at all.
You gotta find the right button for it,
Yeah, you gotta find the right button for sure. Or you can cancel it.
Yeah. So like, let me show them real quick. Like, remember how I just whiffed that? No. I'm sorry.
Cool.
You could cancel your power line to make it a little more hit consistently, but it does have a little more startup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you kind of want to like train yourself to cancel like as quick as possible, so you can still get like out of that hit stun to where you can still grab the command grab.
But they don't see the power line so you can have a chance to react. You know.
Right. And it's a cool little positioning tool. Throw them in the corner, and then give them more punishment there.
You know what I like to do with it, bro? Like,
What's that?
this is what I like to do. Like, I like to like go into like a combo into it, remember, and then do it again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because at that point, your opponent's thinking like, "Oh, man,
shit.
I gotta eat all this damage," but then you're like, "Oh crap! I didn't realize he reset me." So, like right there, another reset. So, but yeah, it's a good little scare tactic tool. But yeah, okay. So that's the shoot toss. You can't enhance it. You can't do anything shadow with it.
Shadow shoot toss. Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? Just slams you into the ground or something. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to his back forward heavy, which is his power line. Now this move right there, it's like a full.
It's a doozy.
Yeah, it takes you full screen. Of course, if you're backdashing, you can kind of run away from it. But exactly what you just saw right now, you can cancel it into a roll, into another chasing tool. So, but yeah, the power line, it does soak up one hit. So
It has a hit of armor.
yeah, it has a hit of armor. Sometimes they can't even pull the attack out fast enough because of how fast it travels. But it can get stuck. Go ahead and do it, Mike.
What?
Yeah, do it.
Oh! I know what you mean. You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, power line me. If I can read that, you can stop it.
Mm-hmm.
But the chances of that happening are pretty slim. You have to be like on point and ready to like throw out that heavy attack. So heavy attacks will negate the properties of the armor.
The power line is -4 on block. So you can punish it for DP, but you can't really punish it much else, like in terms of like, especially if you cancel it, like so like say an opponent has a 3-frame DP, and they want to punish this power line because it hits really shallow. You see how deep it? I mean, it hits really deep. See how deep like my body was like for that? It was like right in that motherfucker's like. But you can cancel the power line a little earlier, to where only the tip of the fist will hit, and they won't be able to DP you or hit you.
Yeah, so you don't have to like go all the way in.
Yeah, you could cancel it early.
Like, right there.
Yeah.
And it'll still hit. And you can combo two power lines after the other. But of course, that's a heavy, so you'll.
We'll talk about that later, Trey. But yeah, so and the thing about power line, like we were mentioning earlier from the start of the stream, is that it's like you can cancel power line into anything. So you can cancel power line into back fist, cancel power line into shoot toss, cancel power line into power line.
Yep.
Cancel power line into juke, into roll, or into flying knee.
Flying knee, yeah. But yeah, so power line is, you're going to see that being thrown out like a lot, just because it almost feels safe, you know what I mean? Just because of like how scary it can be. Yeah, so a lot of TJs, we're not going to be afraid to use that. Like I said, it's his main tool for mobility too, so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about a little mind game with the power line. TJ has this move, which is known as a juke. And if you notice, it doesn't do anything, doesn't do any damage or anything like that whatsoever.
Yeah, it doesn't hit me.
Yeah, it's nothing. It doesn't do anything, but it psychs you out. Like I want someone to like right there, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna try and hit me with like a heavy attack or something. And you can abuse the crap out of that juke too. Like it's just a really good psych out tool. So a lot of the times what I'll do is like, let's say if someone's an instinct, I'm going to do this to kind of like trip them out. Like, what is he doing? He's going to come in and then just commit to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes like almost like a mandatory move that you want to use into your arsenal of psyching out stuff.
You could throw it out raw, back forward light kick, or you could just tap you could do power line and just tap light kick.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that. Like all the cancels, like you know how you have to do back forward punch for medium punch for command grab, back forward punch for life for back fist. If you do power line, all you have to do is tap the strength, the button. So you just have to tap light for back fist. You just have to tap medium for command grab. You just have to tap light kick, etc., etc.
Yeah, so once you start up the power line, you essentially gain almost like command buttons
Yeah,
within.
pre-buffered command like.
Yeah.
voice.
So that's the beauty of that power line as well. And yeah, so like I said, that juke is going to be a good way of just messing with your opponent. You know, get them. You want to make them make a mistake. And I mean, there were times where like I used this practically like almost like a whole round till I found like an opening, and then they paid for it. So don't be afraid to abuse that little tool there, even if it looks dumb.
Yeah, like, say if they like to jump, you could like wait for them like the opportune moment. Well, we can't do it now, but like the person's like trying to like jump over your power line, you can force them
Yep.
to jump, screw up their timing, and they jump again, and then they land in the second power line.
Right.
It works really well. Or you could do flying knee if they jump too much.
Yeah. Okay, so now on to his back forward medium kick. That's his little tumble right there.
We were talking about earlier how we use it for forward dashing to cover spacing, and
Yep.
it crushes high. So like if I'm hitting high, if you could just, I can't ever hit him unless he stops doing it. See? Yeah. And
Yeah.
and it also goes over projectile. So this technically is a projectile.
Right, go ahead and do it.
You could go through it.
Yeah, back in season 2 when he first came out, this thing was invincible to everything except throws.
Yeah, cheap.
So yeah, it was pretty.
They normalized it.
Yeah, it was pretty juvenile, I guess you could say. But anyway, now it only it's only invincible to projectiles. It can't get hit by highs. But your main two things you're going to use it for is your mobility and to avoid, zoning.
Mm-hmm. TJ is cannot be zoned like at all. There's
Right.
Nothing you can do to stop him from coming in.
Right, and if you notice, from full screen, it takes about, I want to say like 4 to 5 dashes to get up there. About 4, right? I think rolls might be like 3. About a good 3.
2, and then you're in there pretty much.
What I like about going in with the power line is that it kind of like it pushes you even more forward.
Yeah, it fills in the gap.
Yeah. So instead of 3 from full distance, you can cover it within 2, and then you're back in. So if you see stuff like, let's say, you can predict that Glacius has a setup with like a hail, and then he's going to do that unblockable. Just roll all the way in there. You'll be able to get in there quick. So.
Or if Glacius says DP, and then Shadow cancels the Shadow Hail, DJ can roll and then throw.
Yep.
And not get hit by any of that shit.
Yeah. And he can do that with others as well. But yeah, anytime you see someone doing like a multi projectile type.
Bro, whenever I see Gargos do like stupid machine gun punch, you could roll 3 times and you'll not get hit by any of them. He's like,
and
you won't get hit at all between the gaps because if you input it fast enough, you can just keep doing it. You're in there. Thinking of Shadow Shatter, and also with Cinder's what's it called again when he does like the flamethrowers on the ground?
Oh yeah.
He's like, get some. You could roll past it and then Shadow uppercut him.
And a good thing about Cinder too, if he throws if he gets a sticky bomb on you, and you can predict when it's going to happen, like how like sometimes Cinders will
he just jumps
you up.
Yeah.
So boom, you do that and
you can hit him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's when you're when mentally you have to prepare yourself to make the right read in order to react and capitalize on the explosion.
Yeah, no hesitation, otherwise you're going to pay the price.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with like Conra sand traps. I believe I don't know if you can roll through the thing that pulls you in, right? But you can roll through the scorpion sting.
You can roll through the scorpion sting. You can roll through the antlion. You can roll through Garubs. You can roll through the tornado.
Yeah. And of course against Eagle, TJ can make an Eagle player, kind of sweat a bit because characters like Eagle, he relies on a lot of projectiles, including his bird Screech, and TJ can roll through that and position himself safely.
Yeah, screw all that mix-up shit. If they're prepared, he can still hit them with a button, but it's not as impressive as other characters, Yeah, Conrad stand heavy kick too. That's roll. Roll's bare bones, pretty straight up. Good move. I love it.
Yeah. And then we got the heavy hitter which is the back forward heavy kick, which is his knee. The
Pretty
knee
minus.
covers like, yeah, I think it's like -8 on his knee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for the most part, you're not going to be throwing this out raw.
Minus, I think it's -6.
Okay. Yeah, because you can still get clipped. For the most part, it can be considered like a YOLO move in a sense, but I mean, if you can read someone about to do something stupid, that thing can catch you like from a distance.
Bro. Let me tell you about this knee real quick, guys. I am notorious for waking up with this shit, and I'll tell you why. Knee beats. It goes over throws. It goes over crushing, it crushes lows. So if anyone tries to hit you for low, it'll go over that. If they try to bait your DP and you hit them with the flying knee, if they try to backdash, it'll hit them. Like if it catches backdashes, lows, and throws. So sometimes I'll get hit by some bullshit, and they're gonna try to do like a low on me or throw me. Fuck that shit. I ain't trying to hear it. Yeah. And it also goes over power line too, if you believe it or not.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
like on wake up, you mean?
No, just go ahead and power line me.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yep. The knee's a high. It's a special high. It's a unique high. It goes over a lot of mids. Like say like Jago likes to do his heavy sword. You know, like it's like a little swipe across the map. It'll go over that. It'll go over his crouching medium sword. It'll go over Spinal's overhead for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a unique ability to like
crush everything.
Like, yeah, it crushes like a lot of stuff. I know I've used it. Like I said, in terms of like being YOLO, it's not so much that like, oh, I'm just gonna throw it and hope that it hits. But it's like, all right, I know I can throw this, and if they do a particular thing that I'm reading, it is gonna like hit them. You know what I mean? So in a sense, it's like it's a little bit of a
high risk, high reward. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of the times, I'll definitely throw it out there. Like especially like let's say with Conra, when he's doing like his setups with the scarabs. Like let's say he does one in the air and he lands, and he's gonna do another one. Right there is my key moment where I'm going to bust through it because I'm going to be able to...
The knee will break him. The knee breaks through the scarabs and hits the opponent.
Yep. So if I can read... That's like my little, plan against like characters like Conra, like...
Sadir's Web.
Well. Gargos, whenever he's throwing out his minions and stuff, and he's trying to like, let's say like trip me with his sweep. I'll do the knee. It'll go over that. It'll hit him, and it'll also knock out his little like minions.
Yeah, it stays active the whole way through. It doesn't just hit once and stop.
Right, but it is negative, so be prepared to,
pay the price. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does good chip too.
Yeah, it does good
block.
Chip. Go for it.
Okay, it's not bad. Look how much health they're losing.
Look, you block.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this also it works as a linker as well in combo. His shadow knee also as well.
His knee actually is really good too for people who jumping, like we were talking about earlier. It actually snipes enemies out of the air pretty good.
Yeah, so let's say like if I'm gonna come in at you, like I think like go ahead and just knee me out. Let's try. Ready, go.
Oh no! Oh! Go ahead. Yeah, it's not TJ. TJ's jump arc is trash, but let's say like a character like Thunder is jumping in like woo, boom, hit him out. And like it works really well on Glacius, works really well on a lot of characters.
Yeah, even like regular characters.
Even Maya.
Just jump in the air, like jump towards me. Like it'll catch you. Like I've done it. Like if you see them trying to close a distance, like go ahead and jump forward. Like try and close the gap, like by jumping towards me. Like I know it'll anti-air pretty well. Go ahead. Ugh.
Sure. Nice lie. I'm just kidding.
No, I know you can do it. Like
no, I know what you mean.
Do it, like often, but yeah,
it's just hard to do it in the moment, like right now.
Air times.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a good little tool.
Show them the combo version of it.
Okay, so here's like your basic combo with it and how it looks, and then it also ends. It's a combo ender as well. But here's the light, here's the medium, and then here's the heavy. Wait, I did the heavy twice. But you get what I mean.
Yeah, light, medium, heavy, and then shadow version.
But yeah. Okay.
I like it, but I like it. I like using the knee linker over the back fist linker because even though the back fist linker builds more meter, it's just easier to break because just like
Right. Yeah.
see how much time it takes like for his to come out, whereas knee linker is just like fast as hell, you know.
Yeah. And his heavy is just like so.
Oh, obnoxious. Yeah, it's just obnoxious as fuck.
It's very obnoxious. But yeah, so that's his knee. Covers good ground, like I said. Just got to be careful not to be throwing it out there just, whenever. But yeah, so now we're going to go and talk about his down up attacks. He's got two different ones, down up punch and down up kick. So the down up punch is your vortex, and it's a really, really good tool for anti-airing. So if I'm jumping in on Mike,
Oh, wrong one.
yeah,
You gotta use the right one for the right job.
right. It becomes distance. The light attack
It's for right above them. Light attacks for like neutral jumping opponents. Medium attacks is kind of close, and then heavy punch is like the furthest one.
Yeah, so like right here, I bet we could hit. Like, go ahead and jump at me. This is a heavy.
Yeah.
That was a heavy. So your heavy is going to be your furthest moving one, and then of course if it's like right above, I'm going to jump up on you.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, Chris.
Okay, here we go. And that's going to be your light, because that's going to basically be like right up in their face. So if they're doing like a neutral jump attack, or even just kind of coming in close. So you jump at me?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Comes out
Yeah,
immediately.
I'd say for the most part, like you'll be using the lights more so, but like I said, it's going to be completely situational. If you see them coming from a long distance, just pop them with that
Heavy one.
that heavy attack. Yeah.
The reason I only ever use medium one, like you said, like I mainly use the light ones. I'll use the heavy ones a little more than the medium ones. But the only time I ever use medium ones is when I'm trying to hit Glacius's limbs in the air or Tusk's sword, because it comes out a little further and a little faster than the heavy. I mean, not a little further.
Right.
It comes out a little further than the light, but faster than the heavy. So it's a pretty good middle ground for buttons that like have a hurt box whenever they hit a button in the air, like sword or Glacius limbs. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The medium one at least.
And we can go ahead and talk about his Shadow Cyclone Vortex. It's
Real quick though, let's talk about the juggle potential of this thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
See how I hit them twice with the medium punch? Now, a little thing about it though, that was 2 hits, right? But that was heavy. See, the thing about TJ combo, he could kind of delay which hit is the one that he could kind of delay the number of hits of the juggle to trick you into thinking one's a different strength than the other. Try breaking this real quick, will you?
Okay.
Try again.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Even though it hit twice, he's like, oh, that's a medium. It was a heavy.
Yeah, so depending on where you place it. Oh, that was a medium right there. Even though it hit once, I took a guess because I only saw it hit once. But yeah, you can kind of turn it into like something different. So, oh crap, I messed that up. My bad, I'm messing that one up.
Yeah, so it's hard to do. You gotta, that's why I always do it like off a. I always do it like off of this, like off a heavy punch or something. Oh, what am I doing? Hey guys, sorry, we've been here for 2 hours. Give us a break, will you?
Yeah. So yeah, basically, essentially, what happens is if you speed up, if you cancel your button to make the punch come out faster, depending on how fast you hit it and where you're positioned, a heavy can look like a light
or a medium or whatever. Yeah. So like that's the thing we were talking about. Like probably wondering, what do you mean cancel? Let's show them what we're talking about real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just gonna do an uppercut and not do anything afterwards. You see how slow, like long the windup is? Now I could do it faster if I tap the button twice.
Right. So you can cancel the windup, in other words, and by doing that,
it changes it.
Yeah, you can kind of find. Like right there was a heavy, right?
I don't know if that was that. Was that a medium or light?
That was a heavy, yeah.
Oh, see, I thought that was a medium or light. It hit once though. But you guys get it. So you could pretty much do some tomfoolery. And you're probably wondering, well, how do you know that's cheap? Well, here's how you could tell how to break it. Not only by the sound, you hear the sound of TJ.
Right.
He says booyah for heavy, boom for medium, and boom for light. But he also look how far his feet go when he does his light. He doesn't go. He when he does it. Don't look at the second part of it. The second part always goes the same distance. But look at the first part. It doesn't go anywhere. See, the medium goes a little further, and the heavy goes the furthest. So distance traveled. The further out he goes with the uppercuts, this is strength. So light doesn't go anywhere hardly. Medium goes further, and heavy goes the furthest. That's how you can tell. Now in the corner though, come here real quick before time runs out. You can't tell shit.
Yeah.
You just can't. You just gotta hold that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just got to.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you mess around with canceling the uppercuts and all that, like, you'll start to catch on with what we mean. Like I said, you can trick a lot of people into guessing the wrong break.
When you're being pummeled to death, you can't hear the cues. That's when you gotta get good at the game and just practice. Like, I know it sounds like an insult. I'm not insulting you, but after a while, you like just trying to pay attention to multiple things at one time is part of being really good at this game. Like as far as hit reaction, hit sparks, number of hits, sound, all that ties into like learning the character and their matchups and the game in general. It takes some time, but
yeah, and you could be surprised like how many people that let's say play a little bit more than casually, they still don't even know some of that stuff. There's stuff that I probably don't know. You know what I mean? Like audio cues and stuff like that are are just as important as it is visually.
Mm-hmm. There's deaf. I mean, there's blind people who play this game because they train their ears to listen to audio cues and they break combos.
Right.
They break it.
Like for instance, when it comes to counter breaking, did you know that you can turn it into a heavy?
What do you mean?
Watch. Okay, so just go ahead and as soon as I start my combo, just try and break.
Okay.
Okay, you see how it hit 4 hits right there?
Mm-hmm.
Now watch. Do it again. 5 hits. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So there you go. Little things like that. Like.
Wait, you hold the button down or something?
Yeah. So you just hold it down. It changes the amount of hits. It's not like that big of a deal, but like I said, there's new things
that adds up.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
So like I said, you just do it once. If you don't hold on to it, it does the regular two hits. If you hold on to it, it does a heavy. So go ahead. Oh my bad.
I actually broke. I swear I broke.
And there you go. You turned into.
Well, look at that shit.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. So little things like that. Like I said, this game has a lot that a lot of people don't know about, and to be honest, like a lot of times, like I said, with the whole audio stuff, that threw me off for a really long time. Same thing with Glacius, like when his spikes come out during Instinct. I didn't know that's an indication that it's going to hit you from behind when he does that little cross up there.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So back on track. Okay. So his down up kick attacks. They're tremors, is what they're known as. Now, these things work. They have a pretty unique way of getting used. Of course, up close, they act as overheads, and depending on how close you are, like that's a light. Like it literally just goes straight up and down. A medium, I could probably clip you about right here, and you have your heavy one that's gonna clip like from a long distance. Let's see,
further out.
about right here.
Yeah.
Right there, and of course you can combo into them. You can't use them as a linker, but what that does is it gives you like a battery ender, so you get a meter after that after building it up.
One thing though, like be careful, crouch real quick, Chris. Don't overshoot the tremor because you can get fucked up. And the tremor, the explosion, even though it hits in front, it doesn't hit behind anymore like it did in season 2.
Right. So if you overshoot it, and it'll happen,
sometimes
it happens. Be prepared to eat some punishment for it. This move also acts somewhat like as a projectile. The splash that comes out after he slams to the ground, it counts as a low. It doesn't do any damage though.
No.
All it does is just knock him down. So you're probably thinking like, what good is that? It's actually very good.
A hard knockdown.
Yeah, it's a hard knockdown. it'll cause like frustration, like I said, and then from there you go in and do as you
Oh,
please.
shit.
Yeah. So no matter what strength it is, you know, you can do the light and it'll hit low. You can do the medium, it'll hit low, and even the heavy. And use it to your disposal, really. Like I love using that during instincts, depending on who I'm fighting. Like let's say if I'm using fighting against Saberwolf, and if I'm full distance, I'm gonna do whatever I can to keep him from coming in. And since Saberwolf isn't that mobile, like in the air, he has to come running at part. So of course I'm gonna be mixing it up. Like what's he doing? Is he gonna power line me, or is he gonna sit me down? So think of it that way, as like it's your sit down tool.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a chance to get in, you know.
Right.
It stops a lot of approaching opponents like Saberwolf's run or TJ's powerline. Even stops that.
Yeah.
And someone just asked me a question. Why does Jago's forward roundhouse make whiff against roll? Because if you were watching earlier, it's a high and it crushes eyes. So anyway, you were saying.
No, but no, that was a good point of pointing out. Like since Jago's roundhouse is a high, like you said, you can go through that. But yeah, other characters as well. If they have like some high attacks, they're gonna get punished for it, because this goes through highs. But just highs, mids and lower, like he's gonna get hit. Same thing with like grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, like you can cancel, not so much cancel, but you can do a tremor like super quick after a roll. So let's say I do this, like that all looked like one fluid motion. So let's say I want to kind of close the gap even more and attempt to catch somebody from a distance. I could do something like this. You know what I mean? Like
if they're gonna jump, like say they're scared of the power line coming in.
Right, and they're gonna jump away from me. Check out. Nope. And so that's another unique property that this has. This recaptures. And a lot of the players, they have recaptures. TJ's has like a very good recapture, because you can also kind of use it as a juggle. Like so let's say I do this, pop him up. Oh, that kind of threw me around, but
yeah, you gotta use the light tremor for that one.
Yeah, and he has a lot of different he has some different juggle potential. And all that was all one combo.
Yeah. And the thing too of tremor, also you gotta keep in mind, we have to mention that it's very unsafe on block.
Oh
With
yeah.
Stand block. They're gonna hit me. They can do whatever they want.
Oops, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, you could do it to me real quick. Do like any version of it to me.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh well. Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
here it comes.
Wait, okay. Stop. Stop saying, okay, here it comes, and then do it like fucking maniac, you know?
What are you doing?
Go ahead. Let's go to the corner. How about we just go to the corner since I can't stand blocking the pot? Go ahead.
Okay, here it comes.
Oops.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's a punish. Here it comes.
Okay, here it comes. Look, hey, dude, wait! I'm too dumb.
The scrub channel now.
Yeah.
It happens, you know? But yes, it is very punishable, so you got to be careful with it. He has a shadow version of this. It does travel a little bit further than the heavy, but it's not like full screen. Back in the day, I actually used to use that like almost full screen, but they kind of changed the arc on the jump on.
Yeah. Here's the thing too with the tremor guys. Also, key thing to keep an eye out for is the lines between his after his tremors. So like, you're probably wondering, well, how do you break tremors? How do you know which one's which? Well, not only is it distance dependent. Can you cross for me?
Yeah.
Distance, obviously, he doesn't go anywhere with light. He goes further with medium and goes further with heavy. But if you look at the back of his fists, his knuckles, a trail comes out. So like, light is one trail, medium is two little trails, blue trails, and heavy is three distinct trails.
Yeah. And they're obviously not super obvious, but they are pretty obvious enough to like know what's coming.
And they're very breakable. So you could like, I'm gonna go ahead and break that like on hit, and then I'm gonna break it. Do another medium one. Like, I'm gonna break it late as fuck. I could break it on hit, in between, or on the ground. It sucks, so but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's got a huge window to break.
Over here. Come here real quick.
Yeah.
Now in the corner though, it's a little different though. Like it's a little trickier to see, especially in a combo like this. You're doing a combo and shit. You like, hold on, my bad. It's hard to. Well, we're TJ mains, but you know.
No, that was a guess. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just hard to see, like.
Yeah,
just,
like right there.
Because the body covers it, and the corner covers the lines. It's best to
Yeah,
use that in the corner if you don't want to get broken easily. Or if I were you, I'd just shadow cash out instead of trying to recapture.
Right. Yeah, and that cashes out like Mike said right there. So, if you see an opportunity to just juice them of their life, just hit them on the way down with the Shadow Vortex. We forgot to mention that earlier.
Hey, he said, how about if you yellow cancel? What's yellow cancel mean? Anyway, I think he means like frame trap. There's no such thing as yellow canceling. Like, block real quick.
Okay, hold on. I'll just read.
Actually, go to the corner so you can sand block it. Like, if I think my opponent is gonna, I want you to jab me after this, okay?
Okay.
See, I could shadow cancel, even though it's like not my turn or whatever. I don't have any meter.
Oh, okay, here.
Thank you. See, I could shadow uppercut it. It's a guess. So you gotta watch my meter. Just respect the meter. Kind of use your brain. If you see like a opponent has meter and he did something unsafe, chances are he's trying to bait you with the reversal. Kind of how like if Jago does a wind kick and he's minus off of it, because the Jago's wind kick got nerfed, it's -2 on light and minus like I think 6 or 4, -4 or something on medium. If the opponent thinks that they're gonna try doing something like as a punish or a counter hit, they just DP. It's the same difference. So it's literally the same thing except I have to use meter. So if you have a problem, if you people have a problem, like somebody has a problem with like TJ's always YOLOing or shadow DPing after they get blocked, or after they get blocked, that means you just gotta watch the opponent's meter and kind of understand that it's the same difference as if Jago or Orchid do like a minus special into DP. It's the same difference.
Yeah, like Rash also, they have a good habit of doing the shadow boot. You know, just to kind of like check them for trying to attempt a punishment. But it's one of those things. Just pay attention to them. It doesn't always like.
It doesn't have to be this way. Pretty much, like you don't have to fall for this. All you have to do is like quickly look at the bottom corner of the screen, like a split second, and check and see if their opponent has meter. And if he doesn't have meter, then you don't have to worry about the reversal.
Right.
That's it. Because unfortunately, TJ doesn't have a reversal, a free meterless reversal without instinct. Without meter. Oh, we forgot to mention too, these uppercuts have no upper body invulnerability at all, so they are not really technically meant for anti-airs. But with enough practice, you can still hit an opponent out of the air. But sometimes they'll actually trade or get stuffed if you just do it, because it's, like I said earlier, it just doesn't have upper body invulnerability. I think that's special moves all we got covered.
Yeah, like so those were all the specials.
Block. Keep talking though. Go ahead.
Yeah, so those are all of his specials. One thing to we should bring up his power line, his shadow power line, because you can actually turn it around in combo, but you can't turn it around on block. So okay, so check this out. I'm gonna do this in combo right now. Oh, my bad. So this right here, I can turn around and continue.
Only has 4 times though.
Yeah, but on block back then, before this was nerfed, he used to be able to turn around and kind of bait out your shadow counter. He can't do that anymore. So once you see like on block this right here, I have to commit to it, and then you can shadow counter it. So just keep that in mind. Either as a TJ player, like you just know that you can only turn around in combo. So don't attempt it raw, expecting to be able to turn around afterwards.
Now, if the opponent doesn't have any meter and you throw it out, it's fine, because it's actually +3 on block, and it makes it to where you just super your turn. So your turn like super, like you could do whatever you want. Like,
all right, go for it. I'm not gonna shadow counter.
We'll try jabbing afterwards.
Yeah.
Counter hit.
Counter,
+3, and also it does chip a lot, and also it cashes out. So like do like a lot of white life to me real quick, Chris. Don't like end the combo or anything. Get some meter real quick. Oh well, just I guess you have to. Now I'll block. Hit me with stuff. Hit me. You could like get some meter and cash out that white shit. Do like a 1 chance into it, into like a shadow power line.
Oh, like how am I gonna do that though? I don't.
Back fist, medium auto, and shadow power line.
Okay.
Now it's gonna cash out the white health.
Yeah, so that was a good chunk.
And here's the thing, a unique thing about it too. I don't know if you know this, Chris, or not, but can you block for me?
All right.
The funny thing is about TJ is there's a little bug that they haven't fixed yet. So stand still. Don't even block, just stand. We'll see how much this does real quick. 12%. That's it. Now recover your wildlife. Now just take the hits, will you? Actually, let me kill you real quick.
All right.
Let me kill you real quick.
Got about 12 seconds.
That's all I need. Alright. So I'm gonna do some white life to you real quick, okay?
Alright.
Oh, this builds white life actually the most. Hold on. Okay. Remember I did 12%? Now watch this shit.
Jeez.
It adds more damage to the wall splat, even though it didn't cash out. It adds more damage because there's more white life.
Right.
So even if your opponent has a lot of white life, and you want to do a 1 chance into killing them, shadow power line, 1 chance, shadow uppercut. They're dead. They're fucking gonna die.
Well, there you have it right there. So, so yeah, shadow power line has some good stuff. Okay. Now,
oh, one thing too, you can break the shadow power line cash out. Like you can't break the cash out version of it, but you only have 4 chances. The 5th hit is the cash out, and it won't be broken.
Right.
So make sure you do it right. Anyway.
Okay. So TJ has a lot of stuff, obviously, right? So he has a very unique set of like comboing tools, I guess you could say, and that's we're gonna be talking about. It's called auto barrage. Now, what that does
character trait.
Yeah, it's his character trait. It's a very unique one where he can actually switch up his attacks. So, you know, here are your auto doubles, like your heavies, right? And then here's your mediums, and here's your lights, right? Okay, so those are his standard, his auto doubles, right? In auto barrage, you can actually switch it up by pressing a different button in whatever order you want. So check this out. This is what it looks like. And it does a lot of heavy damage as well. And the combinations are pretty much endless within the 6 buttons. So you can go from heavy to heavy punch to like light kick, back to heavy kick to medium punch, medium kick to light. And depending on what order you do it in, you'll have different damage scaling.
So like what he means by that is like, if I start with like light into medium and then 1 heavy into the last hit, it'll do less damage than this if I were to go to like the other way around.
Yeah. See, so you notice like there was a pretty small difference, but still
it still adds up though. Yeah.
Yeah, it adds up. And another thing too, you have to commit to it for the most part. If you plan on finishing to get the damage, you have to run all 6 buttons throughout your combination.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to commit to it, but you're also not going to get that damage. What's going to happen instead is it's going to have like this kind of like a little like a restand type animation.
Advantage ender. It's 5.
Yeah,
it's plus 5.
Yeah, so you can go almost all the way and then stop it right there.
So like the thing about that is it's like you have to hit if you want that to come out, you have to hit the same button twice. So like for example, right? I can hit medium punch, medium kick, light kick, heavy punch, heavy kick. But if I go back to any one of those buttons I already hit, he'll do the auto and the advantage ender. So like light, I'm gonna go heavy punch, light punch, heavy punch again. See, he does the advantage ender. Now if I want the last hit to come out, the damage ender, excuse me, I have to do each button individually. I can't hit the same button twice. If I hit the same button twice, it will result in this. Oops. It will result into that. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it's plus 5.
And so there's this little trick that was intentional, but it just wasn't. It's not. You're not gonna find it within like the dojo or just like
Yeah,
anywhere.
you just gotta know it.
And here's the thing, I'm not gonna necessarily say that I was the first one to find it out, but I did find it out on my own. And
You did find it first.
Right. Okay.
It was 2016. Absolute Battle.
It was Texas Showdown.
Texas Showdown.
Right. And, that's just me not wanting to be like, arrogant about it. But yes, I do feel like I was one of the ones that pretty much discovered it. And I'll show you what exactly it was and how I actually stumbled upon it. Now, when I was first TJ Combo in season 2, he didn't have to commit to this auto barrage. He can go like heavy punch, light punch, heavy punch, light punch into like linker. It was messed up.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, it's fucked up.
He could do whatever he wanted. So when they took that away from me, I was like, oh my God, this sucks. And so I was trying to break the game in a sense where I was like, there has to be a way that I can like work around it. Like that's you get that fire in you to want to try and figure out
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to find some messed up stuff. Now, when I was doing it, I noticed that the third hit, if you see how like the animation kind of looks kind of like almost like slow-mo in a sense. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? Let me try and do something after that. And if you notice, I did a manual after. So let's see. Right there, manual.
Dude, I remember that, Chris, because I remember what happened was you did that and showed me that, and I'm like, wait, and I'm like, Chris, what if you do this? And I said, and we both like went, oh shit! We oopsie, I don't have any meter.
You talking about the shadow? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so like, him and I were like just bullshitting around one time and fighting shit. So he found out that you can do and combo, and I don't know if it was me or not, but I remember showing you this, and you were like, oh shit.
I definitely got that from Mike right here, but you have time to actually do a shadow move right after.
And it changes the timing, actually, believe it or not. Like, it's not a combo shadow knee, it's a manual shadow knee. So the timing to break it is actually different slightly by a few milliseconds, if you will.
Right.
And outside combo or outside shadow knee or inside shadow knee.
And on top of that, you could also do it to the 5th hit. As long as either the 3rd hit is heavy or the 5th hit is heavy, you can go ahead and go into so check it out. We're gonna do the 5th hit. Oh my bad, I pressed
yeah,
it happens. So let's try again. Ah, my goodness, okay, I messed that up. But regardless, it can be the 5th hit as well. If you want, you can go ahead and try it out. 5th and into that, and then you can go into like a
but not the 4th hit. The 4th hit's a little weird for some reason.
Yeah, it's just 3rd and 5th. And when I discovered that, I was like, oh crap, like I think this is a bug. Let me go ahead and just use it. So I was at Texas Showdown and I was playing there, and this was back when Keats used to tune in on the tournaments. And apparently, a couple of my friends, they screenshot it when Keats basically typed out he knows, or he found it, or something like that. So it was an intentional move in this game. It's just not out there in the open.
Yeah, they don't tell you about it. You just know.
Yeah, you just kind of have to know about it, but it's there for your disposal. So.
And that's the only move that will work too, by the way. Like Shadow Power Line won't work, Shadow Uppercut won't work. Only the Shadow Knee will work.
Right.
But you can also do it on Advantage Ender too. Let's talk about that. Since Shadow Knee is 5 frames, and you're +5, it's like a 1-frame link. You have to just get it. Like you can't fuck around.
Yeah, you have to be on point. Oh yeah, that got it. That's awesome. You see, that's something I didn't know. So
Yeah, I showed him that.
Yeah. Well, even right now, I didn't know. So
oh, you didn't know? I showed you this. Oh no, I showed Hank Hill that. I showed Hank Hill that.
If you told me, I wasn't paying attention. So
it's really insane.
Yeah. So there you go. That's one thing I didn't know. But yeah, so TJ, like I said, with his auto barrage, he either has to commit to it, or he has to do the advantage ender, or you can manual out either on the 3rd or 5th hit. That has to be a heavy attack, though.
Yep.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, real quick, here's kind of like a little bit of like a mind game when you're using auto barrage. A lot of the times you might see people just go straight into just changing it up, and people might catch on to that, so they'll wait for the right moment to break. Sometimes you can catch them off by doing, like, let's say 2 heavies in a row, and they'll think that it's like an auto double. So
Mhm.
let's say right there, and they're like, "Oh crap!" Like,
Oh, what? It was auto barrage, and they just got fucking bodied. I usually go for jabs after that. Like I'll go.
Right.
Oh, look at you. Exactly. Just
Yeah.
fake psychs you out.
And it does a good amount of damage, like I said. So if you see that lockout, just commit to it. Just commit.
Yeah,
to
go ahead and get the whole thing out.
Yeah. Okay, so that was his auto barrage, his unique trait. So let's talk about his instinct.
No, wait. We gotta talk about his enders first, Chris.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, well. Now we're jumping the gun. Block real quick.
Okay.
Let's talk about shadows first. Let's just go over them real quick, even though we kind of did already. Shadow power line. We talked about that. Shadow knee. We talked about that. And then shadow uppercuts his invincible reversal. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna throw you on the ground. Yeah, or there you go. He can't hit me. Just can't hit me. It's invincible.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about this shadow reversal is that it catches out in the air too.
Yep.
And another beautiful thing about it is that if an opponent has an invincible reversal, either if they do it on a shadow version or regular invincible reversal, if they're airborne, it will always win, no matter what. So like say an opponent does shadow, I don't fucking know, DP, or Thunder does this shadow Bucho Biga DP or whatever the heck, right? And I do this, or you could do it, you know, your shadow uppercut. TJ will always win. He'll always win because he's on the ground and they get anti-aired.
Right. It is super punishable.
It's also a combo starter. It's a beautiful ender, to be honest, man. Because like if you don't mind blocking real quick.
Yeah, let me block.
It's beautiful because not only does it cash out, it's fully invincible, but it can continue a combo, which is awesome too. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna like just do like I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm bad, so let me cure you real quick. It can continue a combo. So like if I can look for like a one chance, for example, like TJ's the most optimal one chance, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
I could continue the combo even though I just got the one chance. See? And guess what I do after that? Another cash out, but it's not gonna hit. But you get the idea. I messed up on accident, but it's pretty cheap. You can even do a flip out afterwards, or a recapture, and you can get meter back. Beautiful.
Yep. Yeah. So, since TJ has a battery ender, which we can talk about, he builds meter really quick.
Already.
Yep. Yeah, and so sometimes like I don't even care that much about meter management when it comes to this character because he builds it really fast. So to have like that amount of meter at times, it does come in handy to either, you know, do a reversal on wake up, or if you want to catch out, like it's awesome to have a battery ender to this character with that shadow.
Yeah, spend that meter. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
You know, TJ builds more meter. If I don't know if you guys know this, but TJ builds more meter depending on how much white life you had before the ender came out. Like even if he gets like a level 2 ender, somehow if you have a slightly more meter right before white life before like it reaches a level 3 pinnacle point, like if you hit right below the threshold of a level 3 ender and you do a level 2 meter ender, TJ will build almost level 3 level 3 enders worth of meter, even though it's not actually as close. It's close enough. It'll get right there. So like if an opponent has less white life, if I just like a one chance, it's like it doesn't build as much meter. Now if I do like a one chance again and then have a little more meter, I don't know how to explain it, but if you have more white life, if you get to level 4 ender with a little bit of white life or a decent amount of white life, it'll build a lot of meter. But if you do a level 4 meter ender with a ton of white life, like say you have like a fuckload of white life for some reason, you'll build a lot more meter. It's weird. Same thing with Gargos is like delicious whenever he grabs you and sucks your life. The more white life you have, when he command grabs you and sucks your meter away, he get more meter. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So yeah, that's his shadow vortex. It's a really good tool.
Shadow knee we talked about. We talked about everything pretty much of shadows. Now we could talk about his enders now.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about his enders then. So TJ has a wall splat, and the way that works is with a power line ender. And right there, it's a wall splat, and obviously you can go in for a mix up right there. Now, depending on you know, the level of the KV meter, he might recover a little bit faster than others.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, like at full range, you can kind of like dash in and, you know, go for a mix up either up top or like down low, or even just to get that one sweet lockout as you dash forward and you get a free
Yeah,
grab.
watch the shit. Do it real quick. Like do a combo. And...
Do it to me, because you have more life. I have more life. So right here, after I get splatted, right there, I was like, he's going to grab me, and I went for it, but all he had to do was just dash forward, and that threw off the timing and caused me to get a lockout with the time. So
yeah. Another thing about wall splat ender, it always builds 50 kb, always, no matter what like level the combo is. So, like, let me cure real quick. If I do like a one chance into a wall splat, it'll always build 50. And you could do whatever you want. So keep that in mind. So if your combo is like over 50 already, and you're trying to go for like a one chance into like a manual into an uppercut or something. Excuse me. I suggest watching your KB and making sure it's not over 50.
right.
Or whatever. Otherwise you won't be able to do more combos.
Right. And you know, after that level 4 splat, you know, like we were talking about dashing forward, going in for a grab, you can also start changing it up. Like instead of a grab, you're going to go ahead and do an overhead.
Yeah, yeah. So go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go for a throw. He's gonna wall splat me, and he's gonna do a tremor or something. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah.
So just
do it right here.
Yeah, just do it right here. Yeah. I'm like, shit. He just fucking dashed. Like, remember the little dash we were talking about?
Yeah.
He's gonna do a tremor after he does a little dash.
I'm not gonna have enough meter.
Oh shit! He faked me. Just dashed. Now I'm fucking dead. You get it?
Yeah. And yeah, so the wall splat is a scary tool, or a scary ender, excuse me, just because of all the potential he has to mix you up in the corner.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. All right.
Talked about his meter ender already.
He's got the switch, which is
Exchange ender
the
is
flying knee.
Yeah, his exchange ender actually does the most damage out of all the enders. That isn't an auto barrage ender.
Yeah.
And in the corner, it keeps him in front, but in the middle of the screen, it will put him on the other side.
Yeah. So if you want to go for damage aside from auto barrage, just end it with the knee.
Mm-hmm. But the opponent can tech up off the ground. It's not a hard knockdown. They can't quick rise. So let me show you like a little. If you can, I'm gonna do a combo to you, Chris, and I want you to quickly get up. Okay.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's not my bad. You did the right thing. I messed up. So when my opponent quickly gets up, I could do like a little. You know, what I do as a setup is say, don't get up quickly. Just stay on the ground for me, or you're gonna die. Let me get some meter quick anyway. Then I'm gonna do the little exchange ender, and I want you to not get up quickly.
Okay.
So what am I trying to do? Yeah. And then you get it because I did the target combo to as an OS, and then jabbed when they didn't get up quickly.
Right. Yeah. And that's a good. That's almost like a good like trap that not a lot of people use. I know I don't do that. But yeah, because sometimes you'll have them either quick rise or not, and you have to be kind of ready to be prepared to do a punish on either or. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are his enders. He's got a
one more.
We did the. Okay, the shadow worker.
No, his uppercut ender. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It doesn't do the least amount. It's like the second to last amount of damage, I think.
Yeah.
And
it flip out afterwards.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, oops, my bad. It's pretty good. And you can do combos, more combos after. You could do it multiple times. And flip out. Yeah. So that's all his enders. I use that one. I use that one when they're in the corner only, not in the middle of the screen, because I'll go for like a one chance into that ender because it doesn't take away. It doesn't add a lot of KV. Actually, I don't think it adds any KV at all. And in the corner, TJ's like juggles and recaptures a lot harder to break, so I just use that in the corner.
Right. So yeah, the vortex. It's a cool ender for flip out or just anything really that you have a setup for, but not the most damaging for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. What else now? His taunt. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Super good. It's plus on block. No, I'm kidding. But
Well, yeah. So his anyway, I was gonna say like his taunt. If you want to be like a schmuck at the end of if you kill someone, if you actually squat like in the center of your opponent, like TJ will do this like turning shuffle thing.
you know what? Let's just show them.
Yeah.
Just kill you. It's pretty funny. Like, it's not necessary, but it is.
Yeah. If you get annoyed by someone, it's not gonna work. Oh yeah, you have to kill me all the way.
It's just pop instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's not really tech. It's not anything important, but it's super important for mental degradation of your opponent's psyche.
Yeah, I first saw it with Ravello, and after that, like, it's just funny to do. All right, watch this. Stand right in the center. Look at that. All you do is press down there, and that'll.
Yep.
I don't believe any other character does that except TJ.
Oh, Glacius does it sometimes, depending on certain spots.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
But let's go ahead and show the instinct then. This is the most important thing ever. So just break my heavy auto doubles after I open you up, okay?
All right. All right. So TJ, his he also has a unique instinct. What happens with him during his instinct mode is that he becomes pretty much faster. So he when he pops instinct, which right here, he becomes a lot faster with like all of his normals. You can see
on the
this
ground,
is heavy.
Look at comparison. Look.
Yeah, like just throw out your heavy. See that? Like everything, including his grounded specials, they become a lot faster.
You're out of instinct. Give me instinct.
Yeah.
So like, it's good to use it. Like if you don't mind blocking.
Yeah.
Just it's fast. You know, speed.
Yeah, and it also becomes like a true block string. Like after power line, like you can go into jab and it'll jail. Like I can't get out of that.
Yeah, if you try to do anything, if I delay it a little bit and they try anything, they're gonna get hit.
Yeah,
and I build your instinct real quick.
Go for it.
So okay, what it does, what it actually does, if we were to actually explain it, like he said, faster. It's kind of vague, but it gives him, I think, 30% increase, or rather deduction on his start of his moves. It also recovers moves like 30% faster. So like. Spinning back fist is 7 frame spin a move. And if he's in instinct, it comes out in 5 or 4. I can't remember which. 5 frames.
Stuff becomes like plus too.
But only on the ground. So like flying knee won't come out faster, and it's not any safer.
Right.
It's not any safer. Power line is +8 instead of being -4 for some reason. Don't ask me why. It just is. His jab's like a 3 frame jab. It's fucking ridiculous. Combos that normally don't work in instinct. So give me instinct real quick. So like, let me give you an example, right? If I go like this, that won't combo. But in instinct, it will. See? And also overhead combos into that or heavy. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. TJ could do like, he pretty much gets the chance to fully express himself as a character, and he gets a speed boost on all his moves. He gets it's like crack almost, like drugs. And also, if you guys just noticed that Chris died and woke up back to life because he had full bar of instinct when he died. It's called Last Breath. So I don't like Last Breath. I don't think it's that great. I can understand the necessity for it. And beginners usually think that it's like the cheapest thing in the world. Like, oh my god, he could come back to life. But over the years, people have discovered that it's actually really bad and have found ways to kind of fuck TJ over. Like Shin Hisako, her instinct, whenever TJ's performing his last breath, like animation where he's like, just ain't over, and he hits the ground.
As soon as he hits the ground, Shin Hisako's instinct will grab him and kill him. And he can't escape it.
Right. And so a lot of the times, if there's like an invincible type of like startup that a character has, they can time it just right.
Get
And
through
like
it.
Mike was saying, yeah. I do agree that it's probably best to use your instinct each time you get it. Myself, I've always been accustomed to just holding on to it. I'd say maybe about 85 to 90% of the time, like I always hold on to it, only because uh, for the most part, I can kind of juice people down comfortably enough to where I feel like, you know what, if I have this little bit of life, like after the fact, like I'll be able to, be victorious.
Yeah, it's stressful.
And yeah, and mentally, I have that put in my mind, and it's actually helped a lot. But I do agree, for the most part, try to spend it as soon as you get it. Um, you want to have like way more instinct as opposed to like when you use last breath, you only get like I think like what 20% of it,
Barely,
something like
because
that.
as you're as it starts the animation,
Mhm.
it's draining down, so you get about like 17%, 15% of it, and you have barely any health left. Like you have one hit till danger.
Right.
Whereas if you died with it, if you didn't die with it, like say like I don't know, break this heavy. If say you have like more health and you have instinct, and your opponent's doing something you're not sure of what they're doing, it's better to pop the instinct and have more time on your instinct and a little maybe even less health. But you may have less health than your revive, but you have a whole bar of instinct, and that goes a long way of TJ combo. But like he said, if you feel like it's really good to have as a backup, also like say you're fighting an opponent that's like kind of smothering you, you don't have a chance to pop instinct, or you don't have a good chance to pop instinct, and you think you're thinking about it, and then you could take a risk. Like say like let's just pretend right now me and him are at red health, and this is the amount of health we both have. That makes it. You know what? Hit me a little bit more. Stay still. Yeah. Kill me, or hit me. Hit me one more time with a heavy punch. Just one more time. That's it. Stop. Let me hit you too. So this is the health he's at, and this is the health I'm at. We're both at red health. I have a full bar instinct, and I knocked him down, pretending he's going to get up off the ground. I can take a risk. Say he's Jago and he has a DP. He's scared to get hit by me because he knows if he gets hit one time and get opened up, even though he has a little more health than me, I could do like a overhead to shadow knee and ultra. I have last breath here. I have instinct here. I don't want to pop it here because I don't want to get hit by that wake up DP and then have popped it and die. So now that I have this last breath, it's good to have it because I can take that risk on his wake up for a Superman punch. And even if I don't say if I'm right on my read that he's not going to DP because he's scared of me, I just hit him and I just did ultra. This is ultra. Pretend it's ultra, and I won. But let's just say he does wake up DP, and I get hit by the DP. Chikuken! Now I'm dead. But guess what? I'm back to life. So I took that risk. I was allowed to take that risk because I had last breath. So like Chris said, it's okay to hold on to it for that kind of play, in my opinion. Like for stressing somebody out, juicing them, making them think of all the possibilities, and taking risk and having a backup plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's very situational, and I guess it's like up to you. Like it's almost like a responsibility whether you want to hold on to it and then in the end not even be worth it, or if you want to like spend it. You know what I mean? And then from there, use your amount of instinct to kind of drain their life.
Yeah, take it back. You know.
Yeah.
Just one thing though, for God's sakes, for any character, not just TJ, please God, use your instinct on your first life bar.
Yeah.
Especially with TJ.
You got to go ahead and use that ASAP.
Even if for nothing, even if you don't have an opening, even if they're not near you on wake up, fuck it, pop that shit, because I've seen so many people die with instinct of TJ and only use it for last breath one time ever, nothing else, and that triggers me, man. Because TJ's instinct. Look at this shit, bro. He's like on drugs. Let me show you some shit real quick. Like, look at this character, bro. Oh, look what you can do with the advantage ender too. Check this out. You can combo it. It's just like, it doesn't matter. It's just like, just do it.
Use that instinct.
All right. Okay, so I actually have a ridiculously damaging setup while in Instinct. I have video of it, and it's definitely something that I've been able to pull off consistently in match. I did it the first time it was actually shown was on Zipstar's stream. It's like a 90% damaging combo. Almost takes a whole life bar. So I might go ahead and give me Instinct. It's a very precise setup, and it can be broken. But if it doesn't get broken, then you're gonna eat a lot of damage. So let me just build. It takes 2 bars of meter and a full set of Instinct. I'm gonna kill you all the way to red health.
Hit me a heavy punch. Hit me a heavy punch over and over.
And it's a very, very precise setup. It has to be done in a particular order. But you can still change it up. We'll get mid-screen.
Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and just lock out by like... I'm gonna open up with 2 lights, so just lock out after the 2 lights, all right?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So after they're locked out, you pop Instinct, you go in here. Watch this. That was 87% damage. If I'm on green, and let's just say it plays out, like they lock out everything, because it has happened. And like I said, it's not so much, what's the word I'm using for? Like,
it's situational.
Yeah, it's very situational. If you see it happening, you'll know when to pop it and apply it. Of course, they can break it, but let's say they don't break it. They're eating a big chunk of life, and they have all of that too. They have the auto barrage at the end, where if they guess wrong, boom. And not only that, if you feel they're gonna counter break them, you're gonna get even more damage. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's nothing super like oh, I'm gonna do this every single time, but it's one of those things like, man, if I catch you with this is gonna hurt. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can also see like I made like a compilation of when I've done it.
Link it in the chat when you get a chance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. And on top of that, I've done it like often enough to know that it can hit, and it's something you got to practice. But as long as you keep your KV like under like 40, and you end it with a shadow vortex, and you recapture them, then you'll go ahead and be able to cash out with some big damage.
So like another thing, TJ's Instinct 2 is really like unique. What I do. Confirm off of power lines.
Yeah.
Like you could do. I wish I had more time. So if you know what, let me give you Instinct or yeah. Go ahead, break that.
Oh, my bad.
Let me just go ahead and give it to you real quick. I want you to power line me, pop it, and then kind of do like a flying knee linker.
Okay. Oh crap! I wasn't even able to do it.
It's okay. I'll show you. I'll show it.
Yeah.
TJ's got a lot of weird shit tech with the power line, pop Instinct, counter hit or missile.
Right. Okay.
So just give me Instinct like backfist into heavy auto or
Sure.
flying knee into heavy auto. You don't have to dash. You could just do flying knee. All right. Well, I do a lot. Remember how we talking about how we can make the uppercuts ambiguous?
All right.
You could do that to flying knee too on this. Hit once, but it was a
wow.
heavy.
Really? That's pretty awesome.
And I used medium link strength to do it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Okay, so I knew you could go in with a knee, but I didn't know you could change the.
Yeah, so like you can make it hit twice and it's a heavy. You can make it hit once and it's a medium. If you just like,
Dang.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they lock out, and then that's when you just do auto barrage and fuck your health.
Yep.
And since added on top of the power line, you lose like 60% of your health.
Damn. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, guys, I guess we could just show off his ultra combo real quick.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me show off some shit with TJ. That's not a combo. That's not real.
The swag.
Yeah, the swaggerino. You got any swag you want to show off?
Nah, honestly, I'm not even that swaggy when it comes to using TJ, but let's see.
Hold on, let's see. Watch this. Go over here. Like I go like. See, like a little setup there. Couple tech. What? You have a question? Why am I so handsome? Well, you see, my father and mother didn't do drugs when they were, pregnant with me, and my mother was actually a healthy eater, and she didn't, smoke or drink or do any drugs or eat junk food when I was in her belly. So I came out normal and handsome.
There was a question about the juke. What did you say? The distance on the juke is just
it's set. It's always set.
Yeah,
you could can decide when you want to do it with the power line. Do it late as fuck, but other than that, it's set. It's a set distance. Same thing with roll.
But yeah.
Give me instinct real quick.
Okay.
All right, no. Damn, I wish you had more health.
You want to just do another match?
Let's just see if I could do a juggle. Hold on.
All right.
Let me think about it. There we go. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm fucking dumb. All right, shut up.
Oh,
I fucked it up. This game sucks.
solid pretender.
Yeah. If you want, we could just do some matches, like mirrors, just for like fun.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do a few matches real quick. All right.
Keep in mind, mirrors for TJs is so fucking cancer.
Yeah.
But then again, which ones aren't? And Thrash doesn't play like me at all. Him and I are considered like the best TJs, but we don't play like at all. I think him and I have such different like mentalities in terms of how the character should be played. And plus, Thrash hasn't played the character in a while, so that's another thing. He's an Eagle player now.
Yeah, I mainly like using Eagle now, just because. Oh, you know what? We should actually talk about that with matchups and stuff.
We could do that, yeah.
Yeah. So me as a TJ player, I really love the character. Don't get me wrong. Like I've always liked him, like I said, ever since I was a kid. But when it came to a competitive play, like I was
struggles, man.
The same demons over and over, and those demons were in the form of a little dead ghoul named Hisako.
And Spinal base.
Okay, yes. So Spinal is super hard to deal with TJ. Hisako, in my opinion, for me at least, like I hate Hisako. Like I cannot stand her. Great character, don't get me wrong. But as far as the matchup, God, I hate it. It was very grueling for me to have to play Hisako's. And anyway, I feel like it's a 7-3 matchup in my opinion. I don't know.
It's bad.
It's very bad. It's very hard for him. Reason being because her parry is so good against his rush.
Hisako, Omen, and Spinal are 7-3 in my opinion.
Yes, Omen is another character too that just made me want to pull my hair out. I'm a very calm, collective guy in person, but yeah, like characters like that have made me like just want to like punch my own face. So yeah, like his matchups, those three are definitely his worst matchups. As far as everyone else, his easiest matchups, I guess, would be like someone like Kilgore.
Kilgore, Conra.
He can take out an Eagle pretty well.
Yeah, Eagle.
Who else?
He does well against Aganos, in my opinion. He does well against Cinder. Does well against Cinder.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, we have some specialists that'll just like whoop anyone's ass. You know what I mean, using their character. But in general, speaking in terms of being general, yeah, like he has like easier times against characters like Cinder, Aganos. Characters like
no, he can't.
Sagira.
No, Riptor fucks up TJ. I don't care what anyone fucking says.
Yeah, Riptor, in my opinion, for me, it's kind of like a 5-5, but when you're playing against someone that just kind of like moderately plays her, it can be a little hard. But if you play someone that's really good with her, like it's like
she loses to Sagira. Sagira beats TJ.
Okay, but back to what I was saying with Sadira, his rolls and his jumping are his tool. Like even though his jumping sucks, like his roll mobility with jumping, kind of like combined, you have like a fair chance against her like instinct and shit. Like,
Yeah, he could get out of her
as far
instinct
as,
bullshit, but as far as like a raw, like on the ground fight with no instincts involved, yeah, you're not catching her. She's fucking retarded.
Yeah. And but yeah, he does fair against most characters, but he really gets his fucking butt kicked with Hisako. Hisako, Spinal, and Omen. And that's why I picked up Eagle, like just more so for the Omen and Hisako and like Spinal matchups that I was having trouble with. I needed an answer to them.
Yep.
And it's just ironic that the character that I main for the most part gives my new main a hard time. So
I mean, that's fine though. That's what matchups for, you know, like cover your bad matchups.
right. I definitely like to use this character against Rash more so. Oh, that was a good one.
Damn, I missed. Oh, remember we talking about how it catches backdashes? Well, there you go.
Yeah. Oh.
The armor.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Yeah, and
I think the characters that give him the hardest times are Omen first, Hisako second, no, Hisako third, Spinal second. Spinal's like above Hisako. I know how to fight against these characters though because I happen to be training with Base every fucking day, training with Charbok every fucking day, playing Nate. So it looks like people always ask like, "Are you sure TJ loses to Hisako?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I promise you he does."
yeah, don't ask me for help against those characters. I'll just be like, man, pick somebody else.
Yeah, Thrash would rather just be like, you know, and you know what? There's something wrong with that. Thrash just rather just be like, hey, I'm gonna try another character for this shit. I'm the kind of guy who'd be like, I'm gonna figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like characters' tools against bad matchups are just as viable as picking another character for their tools for a bad matchup. You know what I mean? So it's just preference.
Yeah.
He beats Cinder in my opinion.
Beat Cinder, he just doesn't beat Taizo because Taizo is fucking nuts back there.
I beat Taizo, but Taizo, I do pretty good against Taizo, but last month or something like that, or 2 months ago, Taizo said, hey, I'm tired of your shit, DevilMayCare, and he fucked me up, bro. Bro, he shit on me so hard. Like, I'm talking about, I've never lost a Cinder so bad in my life.
Yeah. It's good, man. We have a great amount of players in the community that just prove otherwise, you know what I mean? Even if it's on paper that characters can be garbage against each other, there's others that kind of persevere and just push past it to prove people wrong.
This game's sick because it's kind of like Third Strike in a lot of ways, where the game's mechanics help bad matchups and bad characters persevere through like tough times. You know, it allows you to play a character you like as long as you master the game's mechanics. You know.
Yeah.
So if anybody would like, if you'd like to, Chris, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Would you like to fight somebody? If you're down to play somebody in a quick versus 5?
Sure, I'm down if anybody wants to play.
Hey, versus 10. Does anybody want to play Thrash Heavy? Get it while it's hot. It's a rare commodity. This man's out here making art, tattoos, and music, and playing with his pet Chihuahua.
Yeah, and you know, and ever since the whole Mick Gordon thing with Killer Instinct and Doom, it actually inspired me to get back into the music scene too. So hopefully, like, I'll have some stuff for you guys soon.
Ooh, you heard Nikki's stuff, right?
Yeah. Nikki and
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't Paul B also play too? Like, I know we have some musicians in our community that are pretty good.
Yeah, Paul B plays guitar and bass, I think.
Yeah, and but yeah, hopefully soon we'll be able to get back. We were actually recording, but this whole COVID stuff that happened, it slowed us down big time. So hopefully we'll be putting out some more music and in the style of like the whole Mick Gordon and Harold the Gargoyle.
That'd be
stuff.
so
Like,
sick.
Heavy stuff.
Nice rollback.
Oh crap! Yeah, don't worry.
Come here.
It's been a while.
Oh fuck, I'm bad. I'm bad. All right, bitch. Oh. Oh!
It was grounded. It wasn't grounded.
It was mid.
Yeah. Oh, thought you were gonna come in.
I was. What's up, Stilo?
Oh, Steel was here.
What about you, Alvaro or Zim? Guess everyone's too scared, bro.
Oh man, I'm not that great, man.
Don't sell yourself
Alright.
short, man.
What's up?
Don't sell yourself short, bro.
You know, it's funny, man, because I always trip out. Anytime I've ever made it in top 8 at tournaments, I trip the hell out. Like
Bro, I cry. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, like I'm just like.
You gotta ask Ken.
Crap, like, I can't believe I made it into top 8. Like it's like that every single time I've made it into top 8. There's never been a time where like I'm gonna make top 8.
Yeah. Even if I'm confident that day, I'm not gonna be like. Even if I'm sure I'm gonna win, like I was fighting LCD. No offense to LCD, for top 8 combo breaker 2018. I'm like, I'm gonna whoop this motherfucker so bad. I'm thinking to myself, this guy's gonna get his ass whooped. And then I beat him, and I was like, I was so ugly cries. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, it's the tournament scene. Oh man, I love it so much, and I never expect to win or anything, but geez Louise, man, when I get in there on top 8, I feel like, all right, this is great. So I feel very, very lucky and fortunate to be able to.
Oh yeah, Base saw that shit.
What?
One game was so bad, I was fighting. Base was watching me play my match against LCD, and there was one game that was so bad. Base was like, this man has a family.
That's funny.
This man has a family. And then when I did the flying knee on wake up against his fire cat and hit him, and then I power lined him when he went full screen. All you hear Base goes, oh, because he knew like that was it. He's fucking dead. You know, these guys fucking toast, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
That's awesome. But yeah, there was a combo breaker where, oh my god, I did the worst I've ever done in my entire life. Nothing, and I was trying to play as great as I could, and I still got like destroyed. And I remember, I can't remember who first put me in losers. It was a Aganos player.
Nice Flash?
No, it was somebody else I'd never seen before, but apparently he played a lot. And you know, no offense to anyone that I haven't played. I don't play that much, right? So there's a lot of opponents and stuff that I still haven't really even seen in person. But that guy put me in losers, and then straight up after that, Ovis, I played against him, and he took me out. I went like 2-1, and Ovis is a really good player too, right? He beat me with Riptor when I was using Eagle, right? So I switched over to TJ thinking like, all right, I got to do this with TJ. Oh my god, that was even worse. Like it was bad, right? So everyone has their moments and stuff, and that definitely was pretty eye-opening. Like, okay, like I gotta
step it up.
Yes. And I went completely prepared. I didn't take anything away from those guys. Like they whooped my ass.
I played Ovis in 2019 combo breaker, and I won barely. But it's like skin of my teeth, bro. It was like the last game, 3-2, and one hit away. Danger. Yeah. And we're like, fuck. And I just got lucky. I opened her ultra.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark horses in this game. That's what's beautiful about it, man. Like, you got people that don't even play tournaments, and they're unbelievably hard to deal with.
Like Hologram and Nate.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nate.
Undead Gamer plays a few, but he barely goes out.
Yeah, Alvaro is really good.
Alvaro, yeah, he's fucking good.
So,
Stilo, I don't know.
Stilo too. Stilo's good, and then Ultra Combo, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I think the Arbiter player. I think that's who he plays. Well, yeah. Regardless, like we have some really good players on here. So anyone that's watching this video later, wanting to get into this game, like any character you're gonna come across, like you always see someone using like a character like no one else. You know what I mean? So
it's very everyone's unique, pretty much. Like this game has a lot of like self-expression, in my opinion. Like you could pretty much play it how you want to play it, and there's no one optimal way. Like I'm not trying to talk shit about Street Fighter, but like that's the kind of game where you either play the character a certain way or you're not playing him optimally. Whereas KI, you can express yourself, your character, and still be able to be a top player of the character. Like Raven is raw and base. Both the best spinals, I think they're equally like the best spinals, like in terms of skill. But they don't play like at all. They don't play like at all. Like they don't have any similarities in their style at all, or the way they think about the game.
Yeah, so they have different ways of playing, but they're both like hard as fuck. You know what I mean?
Both like the best players.
Same thing with like Taizo and Valorax. Like they're two good.
And yeah, illusions even. You know, throw them in there.
Yeah, illusions too. Yeah, all three of those fools, man. They
don't play alike.
So
guess what? They're the best.
Yeah, even if you feel like I was like, oh, I've played this Cinder plenty enough. Like, nah, man. Like people have like a weird way of unlocking playstyle in this game, and that's what makes it really, really freaking awesome.
Yeah, I love KI. KI is so good because like it just has that feel of satisfaction. I like most fighting games where I feel like when I'm playing KI, it's so satisfying. It's like, oh yeah, like right now I'm hitting you, bro. It feels good. It's like I'm crunching your bones, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So satisfying.
I really don't get tired of this game. Obviously, we've been playing it since it came out, so.
Yeah. Nice hit to jump. Oh, he's scared.
Oh, nice one.
I had to. Oh.
Ooh,
we just talked about that earlier.
Yep.
Exactly, Alvaro.
What other characters do you have coming up that you're gonna break down?
Well,
you're gonna do the whole roster, right?
I'm gonna do the whole roster. If you want to come back one day, maybe next week or this weekend, we could do Eagle.
Yeah, that's cool. We could do that. I'm down with that.
Base, you know, it'd be interesting. I would love to have you and Base both talk about Eagle at the same time.
Yeah, that's cool too, man. I'm down to do collaborations.
Cause I have like today I think we did a pretty good job collaborating to break down TJ, and I was kind of worried. I was kind of worried that we were both going to kind of be all over the place. But we both kind of saw a lot of things eye to eye and had a lot of, you know, knowledge for things that we both didn't even know about the character we made for like years. You know.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. I like collaborating is pretty cool, man. So I'm down to do it again.
Yeah. So if you're down, we could do it. You know, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I could do it tomorrow if you guys want to. But it's just up to you.
Down.
I mean, I'm off tomorrow. You know, I work Thursday and Friday, but I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So either tomorrow or this weekend, whatever you want.
Whichever one y'all want to do. Also, is it this weekend or next weekend that there's going to be another tournament online by Street?
I think I have to get back to you on that. I think it's next weekend. Oh, it didn't hit you. Uh-oh, this could be bad.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. That was fucked up. Because I did it right as you woke up, so you couldn't tell what was going on.
Right.
What do you want to do, Base, tomorrow? Because Thrash is down.
I'm down tomorrow if you'd like to. Just let me know time and all that, and I'm down.
John, you don't know how to use my emotes, bro? Yeah. Yeah, we were cool, bro. Anyway. If anyone would like to play against me or my boy Chris here, let us know. If not, we'll just keep slugging up for a little bit until Chris decides he has to go. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up right now in a bit.
Yeah, sure. It's been a while. We've been live for 3 hours, Chris.
Yeah. I was about to say, it feels like...
Bro, my voice is getting hoarse.
Yeah.
We talked a lot. Oh, fuck. Tomorrow too? Awesome, Ken. We'll do it at 2 p.m. Eastern, your time, and 1 p.m. our time. Is that cool with you, Ken?
Yeah, cool with me.
Oof. Oh, fuck. Too fast.
Oh, damn, I fucked that up.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you whore. That's why I hate Chris, because he knows what I want to break sometimes. Oh, you whore! Oh, no, dude! Alright, cool. Okay, came down for that, too. Oh, I just talked about that. I was gonna block that. Bro, I was gonna block that. I promise. Doesn't make any sense. I know. It just.
Oh. Swag. Ah.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just get meter. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching, guys. And thanks for your support. I'm gonna unmute the alerts that you guys been giving me. Oh shit. Pay attention, probably.
It's alright. Sparring.
Oh no!
All
Good
right.
shit.
All right.
One more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We both
Okay.
won an equal amount of games, I think.
All right.
You missed it? No, you can't rewatch it. I'm not gonna upload it, and I'm deleting the archive after the stream. Sorry, bro. Sorry you missed it.
We'll start this all over again.
Well, you know what? Let's just go over it. Let's talk about movement real quick, Chris.
All right. So these normals.
Yeah. No. 3 more hours? Oh, you missed it, bro? Come on, we got you, bro. Just relax.
Yeah, we got you. And somebody else. I missed it too. All right. We'll go.
Oh, half of it? We'll start over. Imagine, bro. Oh my god. I'd blow my head off.
Oh, nice.
That was dumb. I committed to it. I thought you were gonna land in it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube though. Wow, weird. I'm putting it on YouTube, so if someone could type !YouTube in the chat, that'd be really great.
Dang it. Yeah, and then I'll send you that link. That way
Yeah,
you can-
please. Yeah, send it to me and just follow that YouTube, guys. Make sure you follow that YouTube and you'll see it.
Oof. Ah, sneaky sneak.
Nice, good read.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Ah. Oh no. Oh, damn it. Oh my goodness. Just like that, this is gonna
Come down to the
rough around
wire.
the edges.
I'm dumb.
Oh.
Good read. It's not over yet, though.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I'm the champ. And that's how you beat. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
GG's, man.
Good games, good stream. I appreciate you having me. And
I appreciate you coming, man. You didn't have to do all this, and he sat here for 3 hours and some minutes for your guys for free. He didn't get paid to do this, and I'm not going to pay him ever, and I don't give a fuck. No, but seriously, though, I appreciate you, man. That really means a lot that you came out for this, bro.
Yeah, man, I love the game, so and I love playing with everybody. So I'll be seeing you guys again for Eagle. And thanks again for having me.
Ken said, let's get a Shamaminga for the fans.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Ooh, he did it! Oh my god!
and real quick before we end this, back on that note, I really wasn't saying anything in particular, guys. It was a made up, language. So I know a lot of times people always ask, like, what does it translate to? Nothing, like nothing at all. Like it's just, there's a made up language and stuff. So, but hopefully you guys still sing along to it because it was a blast doing the.
I do all the time. You kidding me? I always say it because I play Shago now just for fun, and I always go Shamaminga, I just say it.
Yeah. But all right then, guys. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Thank you for stopping by.